don't know the motherfucking podcast. And that's the double truth.
Why are you the way that you are, the way that you are, the way that you are?
You'll know this.
The Lyrical
Podcast.
Oh my god.
All right. You guys are tuned into Lyrical Fix Podcast with your host, Sade.
Kid Pro.
And Villa.
And Villa.
Yeah.
And it's episode 112. 112, where the players dwell.
Yeah. Sorry.
Why can't I hear you?
Alley-oop.
Oh, I couldn't hear you for a second. Okay, wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, episode 112.
No, you're good. You're good. My bad. I was messing with them and I forgot I turned yours down a little bit. I'm sure it picked up something. Love you. All right, where the plays well. All right, let's pick up from there. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Anyway,
It's the hat. It's the what we do
It's
hat.
the Carhartt hat.
why are you saying a joke on my
You know what? It's like we said before. We said off air. She's coming in here all bougie. Just watched the movie. She thinks she's the shit.
Yeah.
Just finished
Oh,
watching
that's what
some
you guys
other
were
shit.
saying.
Dressed
when I
in
had the
street
headphones
clothes. Look, this is street clothes.
Yeah,
in? Yeah.
yeah.
He is busy.
He was busy out here.
There's a fight clothes.
Look at you. Okay. You
Comfy.
saw Tom Holland? You saw?
Yeah, you saw a suit.
We'll say spoiler alert before we get into it.
No, yeah, we will.
Nah.
What was I gonna say? All right, weeks. Everybody good? We good?
Man.
Go ahead.
Week from hell that I don't even want to talk about. That's it.
Ditto.
That's it.
Do I have anything to say?
I'm going to keep moving.
Probably not. Let me see. No, I think I'm ready.
I've
So,
had better weeks.
Ditto.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
This is the first time I actually see you without a hat.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people say that every now and then. I just go months at a time without cutting my hair.
I feel you.
You know, my barber get mad at me. He told me and my kids, when we walked in, we looked like a Colombian folk band.
Yeah, no, that was, yeah. And you were I felt like you were like kind of putting it off because you talked about it at least like a couple weeks in a row.
I did. I felt like I was getting depressed, and I was like, let me just cut it.
Well, no, also
Like
because the kids too. You were like, damn, like I'm gonna have to take them.
Oh, I mean, my
with me.
youngest, man, it was a headache. I had to take him to, I couldn't take him to my regular barber because it's just been tough. So I took him to a place that'll use like just scissors, not a machine. Took him to some spot by the mall. I'm not going to name the place, but nice, very cool lady, very patient. There were other kids there around his age, younger, a little older, getting their haircuts, and he was just there screaming the whole time, man. Just me and his mother just holding him, and he's just crying and screaming, and we gave him a lollipop. He didn't calm down, just screaming the whole time. All the parents looking at us, all the kids just freaking out. And then as soon as he got out that chair and as soon as they finished cutting his hair, we brought him to pay at the desk. He was calm. I put him right down. He went and walked to the toy section where the other kids are playing, and he was just fine. I'm just like, Jesus. And I had to apologize. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's okay. It happens. I told the lady, yo, you earned your tip. I was like, thank you so much. And she kind of nipped him a little bit, but that was, you know. But little shit like that. That's all. Other than that, hellish week. Hellish week.
I'm trying to think. Do I
You
have a
wanna
crazy
blare about it.
week?
What about you?
Did I have a crazy week?
Did you?
I don't know. I mean, like crazy with work, but just. Ooh, sorry. I was in the middle of a burp.
When is work not crazy?
It's always. I mean, no. It's
Right.
actually been.
Yeah, when is it not
It's
crazy?
actually been some bullshit. Sunday was, whatever, but it was because Giants were home and some of our regular. Like I had people.
They still go watch the Giants?
Yeah, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Even though, like, my boy who's a Cowboys fan, go ahead. He posts about it, and he's like that there were more Cowboys there than Giants. Just fucking
Yo,
sad.
that's always the case. That's always the case.
Not recent. Oh, okay, the past 2 seasons.
That's
Probably
always the case.
more. Ugh,
Dallas is really
No matter what.
America's
Dallas
team,
is
though.
a universal team.
fucking
America's
hate
team.
Cowboys.
America's team, just like the Yankees are America's team for baseball.
It's so sad. Anyway, no.
What's
it's not
that? Being a
America's-
Dallas fan?
That's the,
You're telling me Dallas is not America's team?
no.
The Giants are. The
No,
Patriots are.
No, I would say Patriots. No.
No.
Well, wherever homie is, I feel
Brady?
like, yeah, I just
So
feel
then
like.
that would mean Tampa Bay is America's team? Because that's not the case.
that's not the case. I just feel like
They are the
Patriots
defending
had a
champs.
good run being America's team. I wouldn't say Cowboys.
But the Cowboys, all right, so the Patriots had the run in the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
And the Cowboys had the run in the 90s. But the Cowboys were so much more of a force. Like they were bigger stars. They're like the Lake Show in the 80s.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how they became America's team.
They had a star at like every position.
So even though the Patriots had a dynasty in the 2000s, it wasn't like they didn't have stars in that team besides Brady. Everybody else was like no-name receivers.
Yeah.
And like with the fucking kicker, you remember the kicker's name before you remember a receiver's name.
Right.
And a receiver won the MVP. But I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
For the Pats or for
the Pats? The wide receiver that won that 1 year, the MVP.
Troy Brown?
See, there you go. That's probably it, Troy Brown, I think.
Maybe.
There you go. Could be wrong.
On that.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't.
But yeah, what were we talking about? My bad, we went off the topic.
No, yeah,
It's
we
about the Giants.
It's about your job, my bad.
The Giants are abysmal, and people still go watch them.
fucking
And I don't
horrible.
Yeah, let's not forget about that.
No, but I had a couple that came. Shut up. All right, Jets fan.
I mean, I'm a Giants fan myself, but
and I'm a Jets fan, and yes, they're doing
Yeah.
bad.
They're abysmal.
I'm also a
and people
Knicks
still
fan,
go
and
watch.
Jesus.
But that's the thing, though.
What?
A lot of people that like New York sports, they sign up for this commitment, or just sports in itself. They sign up for that, and you just really faithful to your team.
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck
It's a
that.
good
No, I
commitment.
hate. I will say I hate being. I mean, I love being a female, but I hate being a woman who loves football, like who loves the Giants, because at work, like we have to wear jerseys for game nights, and I had a Taylor jersey on just because, like, I mean, it's LT, but like.
Right.
Our past couple seasons are trash, so I'm just gonna go back to old times, happier times.
Yeah,
The good years. The good
that's-
years.
I mean, yeah, as a
Yeah.
fan, you
We
do
had
that.
good
You
years
tend to do
since
that.
then. Yeah, but
I eat like the Yankee fans, 27 World Series. I mean, you're only alive for like 5 of them, and you tend to reminisce on that, on Jeter and them boys,
Right.
So when I was rocking that, now I just when I'm behind the bar, the jersey's way too fucking hot, so I just wear a regular shirt. But I had the first couple weeks of football season wearing the LT jersey, and I'm getting, what do you know about LT? What do you know about?
It's because you're a girl, right? That's
Exactly, and also young. So I'm just
God.
telling them, like, nigga, I got blue blood. Even though we suck right now, I got blue. The fuck out of here, man. I know what fucking LT is. So
Should've
yeah.
just looked at him and walked away.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know.
Explain
I don't give a
yourself.
fuck.
I know my goddamn sports. Who are you?
No, I was like, who are you a fan of?
Right.
Fuck out of here. Even though half of them are wearing jerseys. No, but I had a couple who came in, and they were Giant. They were like, yeah, Giants, because the other bartender had a Cowboys shirt on, and she's like, no, she was helping us, but we rather you because fuck Cowboys. That shit had me dying. But yeah, they came from the game, and they were
Oh,
just
wow.
chilling with me all
Yeah,
night.
there's just tons of Cowboys fans everywhere,
There's a
man.
lot. I think I think when they play each other here, there's just much more Cowboy fans than
Right.
there are Giant
Because
fans.
they're just everywhere, bro. They're
they're everywhere.
really everywhere.
So are
It's
Eagles.
it's
So are
crazy.
Eagles. And as much as I don't like both teams, I can tolerate Eagles fans. I can't tolerate Cowboy fans.
Cowboy fans are assholes, man, because they're front runners, man.
It's like
That's what
every
it is. You get
year,
the
every
casual
year
fan.
we're winning.
That's what it
year.
is. That's why they're America's team, because the casual fan will lean to them.
To who?
To Dallas.
Why? Ugh.
Because of the
They already
ownership.
have
Jerry
it.
Jones is known for having those outlandish stars.
This
You
whole
know what I mean?
conversation is making me sick. I can't.
No, because it's
It's
true.
just-
It's true though.
it's
He's not
true.
afraid to spend.
Same way Jerry Buss was the
Yeah,
Lake Show in the
right.
80s. They're about to have a whole Netflix thing with the homeboy that was in Step Brothers.
Which one?
Not Will Ferrell, the other guy.
Okay.
John C. Reilly.
Okay,
yeah.
He's playing Jerry Buss. So he's
Oh, really?
yeah. So they're doing like a whole like I don't even know if it's an actual documentary
crazy.
or
He
whatever, a
actually
little
got it
comedy
into it.
series. Like,
That
but
is
basically
crazy.
he's gonna be like
Yeah.
running the whole show about how he drafted Magic, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like
Oh,
that
wow.
whole team in the 80s.
That's pretty fire.
Yeah, but again, that's how they become America's team. Like, they gotta have stars. That was LeBron at Miami with Dwayne and Bosh,
Correct.
Garnett, Pierce, and Allen.
Correct.
You gotta have your stars, and that's
You gotta have it, and that's what basketball has become to now. You have to have stars to win.
Yeah.
And,
1000%.
I feel like in any sport, you have to have stars to win.
Aces
Yeah.
in places. Well, that's what we say in restaurants.
and they
but
want
aces in
stars
places.
too. They don't
Right.
want some boring ass team. They don't want Utah to fucking start
Because
winning
it
the
brings in
championship.
revenue, man. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it says. You want a big market team to win.
Can you
or
imagine
to be in the
like
finals.
the Golden State Warriors they bring in so much money. Like I can
Oh,
just play Steph Curry. That's a show.
Yeah.
You're going to be entertained
Right.
if you go to a game. They're gonna win, and you're gonna be entertained in the process.
And it's in a big market area.
Exactly.
At San Francisco.
And
So-
people consistently go out there.
But if you got
know?
fucking Utah versus Milwaukee, small market shit,
Correct.
you don't make any money. Adam Silver is like, who's supposed to bring in business, like this is a bad look for them. Nobody's gonna watch on TV. You lose ad money, blah blah blah, whatever. You know how that goes.
Correct.
It's all about the.
It's all about the dollar, bruh.
Yeah, it comes down to merch, how you can market them, and of course talent. But on top of everything,
Speaking
it's
of
all
which,
money.
because I was actually on Twitter and I saw that a sports analyst, I think it was Malika Andrews on ESPN, had asked the commissioner of the NBA, being that all these players are in the health protocols and catching like these cases, are there any plans to shut down the NBA? And he's just like a flat out, absolutely not. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
see that ever
oh.
happening.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I think they'll find
That's a
another
wild
way.
Because in the end, there's much more players that you can play.
Right.
Like the bench, and then there's players from the G League and stuff like that.
That's what I was
So,
about to
you
say,
know what I
right?
mean?
I
Like,
think an emergency plan would be like
exactly.
bringing the G
You can
League.
bring them up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? We talked about it. Yeah, that plant-based shit, right? That what's his name wants to do.
Oh,
Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie. And then I just found out.
He wins, man.
Yeah.
He wins. He
And
stood
then
for what
I
he
just
believed
found out
in.
the next thing is blood transfusions. Apparently, that's actually happening now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
That-
wait.
Yeah.
So-
That is the next thing happening now, is that people are actually because I guess it's kind of been proven pretty much that you really just want the antibodies. That's the purpose of the vaccine and everything and all that shit. But
so I'm taking your antibodies.
yeah.
Okay.
So you're doing a blood like it's set up like dialysis, right? Yeah, that's dialysis, right? Yeah. So it's set up like that in a sense of and taking somebody's blood who has already COVID, who had COVID or whatever. So not you're getting the antibodies. So it's not that COVID is already out of the blood, but you still have the antibodies. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
you're doing a blood transfusion so you can get said antibodies.
Oh, that's scary.
To me, I feel like that would be worse. I just found out because
It seems more invasive.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot more. And I feel like you're just giving yourself COVID. And to me, I'm thinking, okay, that sounds like almost like the plant-based shit that somebody like people who are anti-vax would do. But apparently, it's vaccinated people that are like jumping on this.
Wait, so would I be getting blood from someone who's already vaccinated or just someone who has antibodies?
Antibodies.
Okay.
Because it's this whole thing that the antibodies are they last longer, or they're like more proven to fight off COVID.
But if you have antibodies, they're strong enough so that you never need the vaccination. Is that what they're saying?
No, you would still have to.
You still need it.
Because I still have antibodies.
Right.
So I've been Juan and I, because Juan had like an outbreak at work, and he job made him take like 3 different tests, and he's been negative each one.
Good
And he's
for him.
fine, but because we just had COVID. Well, we
Yeah.
didn't just, but he still has antibodies, so he's chilling. And like people at his job who are vaccinated, they came up negative too, but they were saying like that they want to do the what is it called, the blood transfusions, because they know if they were worried because they know other people that were vaxxed
Mhm.
that have gotten it, that have got COVID.
I don't know, man. This all seems crazy, dude.
Yeah, for
This all
real.
seems fucking wild, man.
Fucking
Madness.
And the
wild to me.
and the wildest part is the fact that they're making people do this shit.
Well, the blood transfusion, I don't think it's. I
No,
haven't
but-
seen it
but
on
the-
any news.
Well, not that they're making it, but that they're restricting people from doing certain things. I think that's the worst part about this.
Yeah,
I think this should have just been a choice, like either you want to or you don't, and that's it.
yeah,
It shouldn't have changed anybody's access to anything.
yeah. Whenever there's always that awkward transition on Sundays with the TVs if the managers are on top of like changing the stereo system that's connected to like the main game happening at like 1 or 4 or whatever. It's usually the game that happens at 4. The transition afterwards into the 8 o'clock game, they're just like, fuck, because like we'll play music for a little bit and then 8 o'clock game comes on and it'll be news,
Okay.
because it's usually Fox that they'll have on the stereo. And it'll be this awkward period of like 10 minutes of news. One time we had Simpsons, which was really cool. But we had, this past Sunday, we had the news, and it was just all Vax talk. And I was just like, oh, can we change this? That's how that table I told you a while back, they were like, question how we got commercials and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how that happened, actually. Yeah.
Fucking weird.
And it was just all, and I'm like, oh, bro, I just can't do this.
All right, so that was work in a nutshell.
That was working in a nutshell, yeah.
Nice. I like that. We always get into something off of just the work shit. That's usually how it goes. That's good podding.
I was gonna say. So is it time?
Should we get started, man?
Yeah, I want to get straight into this because I've been holding everything in.
All right, man. So we're gonna keep it real
Like
with
a-
y'all,
like
even
a-
though this
like a
is a
bad
hip hop
fart.
podcast.
Just keeping everything in.
Even though this is a hip hop podcast, one of our segments that we here have started within the past year is a segment called "Shit We Watched."
Yeah.
And
Wait.
It's the shit that we watch.
hey,
It's the shit that we watch, babe. It's the shit that we watched.
hey,
Fuck, I love it.
the shit that we
There we go. That we watch, babe.
is the shit.
It's the shit that we watched.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Shit that we watched.
hopefully I can make a drop out of that.
Yeah,
Because I kept
hopefully.
laughing. But yeah, shit that we watched, and right now I'll give you like 15 seconds to pick up your phone or whatever you're listening and skip this entire part because there's gonna be a shit ton of spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
1,000%.
Spoiler
So go to
alert.
the next timestamp. Just
keep going.
pause.
This is not a
Fast
drill.
forward.
Because we're gonna talk about Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, and what's the other one? And True Story.
True
So skip.
story.
Skip.
Hit-
If you haven't skipped yet, skip.
The button should be on the right of your phone.
And let's
Just hit
go.
that.
Okay, so which one do we start with? Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Fuck
Come
yeah.
on, let's
All
go,
right.
man. Spider-Man.
So I went to the movies today. I had a full day.
I went Sunday. When did you see it?
I saw it Friday.
Friday. All right. So
Opening night?
Yeah.
okay. So a
Nice.
little fresher in your mind, obviously.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Oh my god. And I didn't even get to watch no Easter egg shit, so we're gonna talk about it here. But well, I know you saw Easter eggs.
Hell yeah,
right?
Screen Crush. Shout out to Screen Crush.
Screen Crush is
Them niggas,
shit,
man. Them dudes always kill it, bro.
Always.
Always.
But yeah, so I haven't seen anything. I had a couple theories that I immediately forgot about because of fucking post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
So, but I had a couple theories that I was like, yes, I was fucking right. I just
All
don't
right.
remember.
Name them. Let me see. What's up?
No, I just said I don't remember.
Oh,
I still like
Okay.
out of my mind.
My bad. I don't know if you noticed one thing that definitely Marvel tricked us with the trailer
Yes.
was
Yes.
strange.
Yes.
They made it seem like Wong was on his ass.
Yes.
But Wong was like, "Yo, just be careful."
Yeah.
But on the trailer, on the trailers that we
He's
saw,
like,
the
do not
commercials,
use a spell.
yeah, do not
Yeah.
like, yo, don't do it. Like,
Don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't fuck around. And it made Strange look like, fuck you, like, fuck what you talking about.
And then he did the wink
yeah,
in the
Right.
trailer.
right. So
And-
completely
In the
fooled
movie,
us. Made
right.
us feel like
Yeah.
Strange was an asshole.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's
You know
crazy.
how many fucking that was of course a theory that didn't pan out at all because they changed it. I fucking hate you guys. I hate Marvel for that.
No, Marvel was great for that.
Because that was one of the details that a lot of us paid attention to. And we're just like, okay, that none of that happened.
So
none
many
of that
theories came
happened.
out of that,
because
too.
we thought I'm like it can't be Doctor Strange. He doesn't wink like that. This bitch winked in WandaVision.
Agatha.
Maybe Agatha. Maybe it's Agatha. Maybe it's
It's
fucking
Mephisto.
Yeah.
Right, so many fucking theories
Oh
just
my
off of that shit, off a
God.
fake trailer. But that's why it's good. That's why you got to go and see
And
it.
I knew something was up when Wong is just Wong, right?
Yeah, Wong.
Oh yeah. When Wong is just like going through and he's just like, just leave me out of it.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
then-
That was the line.
Like I just remember. Wait, I don't remember that in the
This
trailer.
definitely wasn't it.
And then he looked and then didn't wink, and I was like, wait. And the next scene, I was like, wait, where's the wink? Where's
Yeah.
the wink?
And shout out to Wong, ended up being the actual Sorcerer Supreme off of technicality. That shit was
Fucking
dope too.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
That was great.
And that was something that they left off of Shang-Chi.
What?
Because technically in Shang-Chi he's still technically in that movie.
Yeah, he's still Sorcerer Supreme.
But they don't allude to it
Not
until
at all.
now.
You wonder why the fuck are you in an underground fighting ring? You know,
I don't know. I mean,
makes you
Nah.
wonder.
I didn't think about. I didn't ponder about that. I figured it'd be we'll figure it out at some point.
Yeah, it was mentioned
It
before.
was just Abomination.
But it made me
Like,
think
okay.
about it. I didn't think about it until it was mentioned in one of those videos. It's like, why exactly would the Sorcerer Supreme be involved in a underground fighting ring? There's got to be a reason behind it. He's not just doing it just for like to make money.
I think Wong. Sorry, I can't say his name right now. I feel like he deserves his own movie, and I feel like people actually cheered in the theater when they saw him.
Wong?
Yeah,
Oh, dope.
not a crazy cheer, like we're gonna, compared to like the other cheers that happened, but
Yeah.
like that was crazy. I don't even know where else to go from here.
No, let's go.
I don't want to skip around in the movie. I kind of want to
No, let's just go from the beginning, from what you remember from like the jump.
So that
How
happened.
it picked up right from the end of Far From Home.
Yeah, picked up right
On
from
Times
Far
Square.
From Home.
Yeah,
All that shit happening. That was fucking
and then the first big
JJ.
like the first big like dope like surprise was seeing Daredevil, Charlie Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Showing
That
up.
was amazing. Everybody went crazy for that one.
Yeah,
And I really didn't think it was gonna be that soon because we just talked about it.
yeah.
If Kevin Feige,
Yeah,
I'm never gonna remember that. Kevin Feige, like they asked him about it, and he was just like, "Well, if Daredevil's gonna make an appearance, it's gonna be Charlie Cox."
right.
And lo and behold, Matt, there you go. But that was amazing. And then like he grabs the break, and he's like, "No, I'm just a really good lawyer."
Right.
That shit was just fire.
That was crazy. Yeah.
I'm hoping like I don't know where, but it's like a small little introduction. But I'm hoping that means that we're gonna see him in action.
You would hope so. Either way, it's just a cool ass cameo. You know, Marvel's dope for that as well.
It has to be more than a cameo, man. It has
Yeah,
to
we've
be
seen
more
other
than
dope ass cameos that have really led to nothing, like Howard the Duck.
that. Yeah, no, that's been
You know what
that
I
was
mean?
like 2-3 cameos.
Yeah, it led to nothing. Unless it leads to something like 10 movies down the line
But
in Phase
Howard
7.
the Duck is nowhere near. Technically, he makes an appearance in this phase too, with What If. But like, I just feel like if he's gonna make, it's Daredevil. It's different.
Oh,
No?
absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then what happened after that?
Daredevil was in the movie. Where
You've
caught that shit.
Yeah.
caught it. Let me see.
Nice
let me
ass
see. Was there anything else before all the big shit happened?
Before all that, no, just the introduction of seeing
Oh, the
Doc Ock.
villains? Yeah, Doc Ock. That
Yeah.
shit was funny. I loved when the tentacles, whatever, they why'd I do that? The tentacles, like they get his suit, part of like the nano suit.
Nanotech.
Yeah, the nanotech,
Yeah.
and they just start listening to him. So he's just like, "No, listen to me. What are you doing? Don't listen to him. Listen to me." And he's completely just, yeah. But I never realized, or maybe I just forgot because I haven't seen those movies in a minute. Like, kind of going a little bit forward, that the chip is fried. So he's really, I forgot about that. He's really just they're in control of him.
Yeah.
Completely in control. And I love the fact that once they cure him, he's just himself again.
Right.
Like before, he did all the extra shit, and him and Peter were cool and all that stuff. So I love the fact that he got back to normal and he still has all this stuff. I love that.
Yeah, that was great as hell.
I don't know where else.
No, every other villain, I mean, shit, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, that was amazing. So I was thinking about it, because Doc Ock talks about him being, like, he died. I was like, oh shit, that's right, he did die. And this can't be James Franco, just because nobody in Hollywood's fucking with James Franco after his shit. So who would it be? And of course it's still Willem Dafoe. But then they kind of, okay, now it makes sense, because yeah, he did die, so did Doc Ock, which I forgot about.
Right.
So they're grabbing. To me, that was weird though. None of that kind of made sense.
What?
That they're grabbing these villains are coming into this multiverse, but at the moment that they die,
That's their fate. Though.
Why? Because it doesn't align with what's going on.
yeah, no,
Well, who's to
they
say?
didn't all die at the same time.
Well, they're all in different universes, so who's to say they didn't?
They're not in different universes.
Yeah, they are.
Well, no, not all. Yeah, they're in different universes, but they're at least there was 3 from Toby's and then 2 from Andrew's, right? Is it 2? Yeah, 2. Which I never saw the Andrew movie, which I
I didn't
couldn't
see that one either.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I wanted to watch it during what is it called? During quarantine. I couldn't find that shit anywhere. Not even like the fucking pirate sites had it.
Shit.
What year did they take place in? Like, I know what year the movies were made, but Tobey's Spider-Man, what year did that take place in?
I couldn't
don't
tell
know,
you.
whatever.
I think that was like present to that.
Present
time?
to that time.
Yeah, because he even says like, "Oh, you've gotten older."
So in theory, it'd be like 20 years.
Yeah,
Right. So
in a sense, yeah. And then Andrew was 10. It had to be a while ago. I don't know when Andrew's movie came out.
Let's Google it.
Google it. But yeah, and I've never seen it. So Jamie Foxx, we see him, and apparently it's a lot different. What is it? Because I seen a breakdown of the trailer, and they're like, oh well, Jamie Foxx's character in that Spider-Man movie. I forgot what is it? The Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man was 2012. That was the one with Andrew Garfield.
Damn, that was that long ago.
and
Shit.
what was Jamie Foxx's character?
Jamie Foxx was in one of those movies, so he probably was in the second one. Amazing
Andrew
Spider-Man.
had 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man only had 2.
Shit.
Toby had 3.
And this is Tom's third.
This was Tom's third, yeah. And Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out in 2014. That one had Jamie Foxx in it.
Okay. And then Lizard Guy. But I kind of remember the Lizard Guy. So I feel like maybe I did watch it. Cuz I know that actor obviously outside, but I remember like the whole transformation. So I feel like I probably saw it when it came out, but I just don't remember completely.
Yeah.
It wasn't like top-notch movie. But anyway, regardless. I love the fact that like they bring him in, they kind of tweaked it so he fits differently, and the fact that he's noticing like he's like, oh, I feel there's power.
Right.
Like it's like he knew it. He felt on some. I don't know. It's either the universe has different power, and like just the entire universe, or it was Tony's thing.
The arc reactor.
Yeah.
All right.
So, it's just so much happened, and I want to cut to the end already, but I can't. Let me see what else is there. Damn. Well, I love the fact that they get to show more of the relationship between him and MJ. Well, his MJ.
His MJ. Okay,
Yeah.
MJ was shown more of a character instead of just like a love interest.
Mm-hmm.
Or like someone that doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So-
And anytime I see her, now I can't get it out of my head that my monotone and her monotone is somewhat similar.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that to you.
Yeah, no, you ever since you made that comment, it
Yeah.
fucks with me.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, damn, do I really?
I think I mentioned it during the that movie, the Netflix movie she was in, Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malcolm and Marie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you were like, yo, when you watch this, like, it's kind of freaking me out, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh god,
Yeah.
like, am I really like that?
If I just close my eyes and hear her speaking, I'm like, I could have sworn that was you. Yeah. It's crazy.
But yeah, some of like the shit that she cracks me the fuck up, and I love her character. So I'm kind of hoping that we do see more of her, if there is another Tom Holland movie. But yeah,
You want to talk about how, like I've seen it before, like how things could have ended quick, like in Infinity War. That scene where they had Thanos, like hypnotized,
mm-hmm.
and they were trying to take the Infinity Gauntlet off.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have just done the same shit they did in Endgame and just take the stones off instead of the gauntlet, end of the movie, or just cut his head off right there, end of the movie.
Yeah.
But they didn't, right? So in this movie, what was
Who
that
cut
moment?
his head off?
What?
Who's gonna cut his head off out of those?
Somebody, or if you
It
do
was-
what Strange had, like what Wong did, just do the shit like that onto the guy's arm, cut his arm off.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
But
think
Strange
about
was
that.
occupied, right?
No, Strange
Strange
was
was
there.
there.
It was when they were on his home planet.
Nah.
They were on Titan.
Yeah, they were on Titan. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were on Titan. No, I
on
mean
Titan.
not really home, but
Point
yeah.
is that the shit could have just been done easier.
Right.
No, it could have.
And every movie has a moment like that. So I'm thinking about there was a moment in Spider-Man, like with the spell.
yeah.
Like if you just like tell
That's
Peter,
all.
yo, this is what's gonna happen if I do this spell. End the movie, like everything's fine. But obviously because of that and his whole like wanting to be good and shit, like this
Wait.
shit was taken.
Wait, what do you mean? Tell him what was gonna happen?
Like if he would have just explained to him exactly what's gonna happen,
Before actually doing it.
Before actually doing the spell, like
Oh,
it
yeah,
seems
yeah,
like
yeah.
Strange just went into it, like, all right, I'll help you.
Into the spell.
Yeah. And then
He
Peter's like,
started
hold
doing
on,
the spell,
and
and
then
then
fucked
he
it up.
told him the
He's-
rules as he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and I know they needed a reason for this to happen, but it just felt like, you're kind of pushing it. That was the only part of the movie that kind of, to me, was like, all right, there
Well,
could have been a better way to introduce this.
It's set up, I guess. But yeah. But it is kind of fucked up with, especially as somebody who's a doctor and who, like, you've had patients before.
Yeah.
Like you've had to, say, oh, okay, this is gonna happen if we do this surgery, shit like that.
Yeah.
So I know what you mean. I see it.
Because Strange is also that guy who, A, wants to help Peter
Mhm.
because of what they've been through. He
Yeah.
mentioned that. And B, he's so cocky and arrogant. He's like, yeah, I could pull that off, even though Wong says I shouldn't. And I can do it quicker and nothing will be like fucked up.
Yeah.
So I think that both of those like contributed to that. And then Peter just fucked it up.
Mhm.
I think that was it too. That was a factor.
That shit was so cool, and I love the fact that does a lizard have an actual name?
Oh, yeah, he did. He was a doctor, but I forgot the name.
But it's just the lizard.
Oh, like his actual villain name?
Yeah.
Probably Lizard.
Lizard.
Yeah.
But I love when he starts just adding, well, what about May? Happy. And then he says something that, Strange just thinks he's saying happy. He's like, no, it's a nickname. Da-da-da. And then everything starts pulling apart.
Yeah.
You see, I feel like that's Lizard, no? Or like you saw something and it like they turn around, like you just see like a figure with a tail. And then it like turns around as everything is like ripping apart.
Oh, like those white figures?
Mm-hmm.
I thought one of them looked like Rhino.
One of them
looked like he had a horn coming out of his head.
Towards the end, I feel like the
Yeah.
second time around, but the first time around, I think I only noticed one. I could have missed the others. I only noticed one, and one did look like Lizard.
Yeah, one believed they said was holding like a weapon. They said in one of the videos they paused it and they looked,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't tell.
Oh yeah, that second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this. Well, second one. The second time when they're at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And everything starts, like the actual sky starts fucking splitting apart.
Yeah, which that part was cool in the
Mhm.
movie. Let me see. There's other stuff too. I know we're jumping everywhere.
It's so much,
But
and I
like,
just don't know.
great action scenes too. Like I enjoyed that. Shit.
I'm gonna get straight to it.
Aunt May.
Oh God. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about Aunt May before. Yeah. That was a theory that we thought. Or either you heard it or you thought about it.
What?
When they're in the living room, I think just watching TV, and they go like they're surprised by something. That's one of the Peters.
Yeah, which we
We're
were
coming.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're wrong. But it's the little shit that these fucking trailers set up that didn't even happen or completely
Yeah,
changed.
that scene
and-
never happened.
Yeah, but I feel like all these changes were probably because of rumor, like shit getting leaked and just all these rumors. It's like, oh, they think it's gonna be this. No, it's like completely mind fuck them.
Right.
But yeah, May, yeah, that was fucking sad. But I felt like it was bound to happen because at least I don't know about Andrew's character. I mean, I found out like as he's talking about it later on, but with Toby, like Uncle Ben died, and that was like a big thing. So I felt like, okay, maybe at some point she might die, and I thought this like a couple years ago. So to see her actually die, that shit was sad as fuck.
Well, that's what we were talking about, Villa and I, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, like it happens like in every iteration of Spider-Man. Like his journey does not start until that father or
happens.
mother figure dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was bound to happen. That's why I was just like, you know what? She's still. I think it was the first movie that came out, and she didn't die in the first one. So I'm like, okay, maybe the next one, and then she didn't die. I'm like, all right, maybe they're just not. They're going a different route.
Yeah, because that is how he learns the whole thing about with great power comes great responsibility. It comes from that person in his life dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is there. That was
Yeah,
so
man.
sad. Happy when Happy saw her.
Oh yeah, and you feel for Tom Holland. That's why it was so great, man. Because it's like the whole time, it's like, yo, it doesn't have to be this way. Like you could have ended this a long time ago, but because he has so much good in his heart and he wants to save everybody.
Yeah.
Like that's the shit he goes through as a hero, and then he finally loses somebody in his own life. And he's like, yo, this is the responsibility that they were talking about. And I thought that was a great lesson, and that's what made the movie what it was. I think that's why people like it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Just what you learn off from him, and then you realize why he's like the most relatable hero. Like why a lot of people love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like he's the one you really can relate to. Like we've all been there. We've all had that type of like feeling, or we've dealt with some type of loss and shit like that. So, yeah.
And it's
that's why I fuck with Spider-Man.
Just because they show more of him being like human than compared to like anybody else, and
even though he got powers.
Yeah. So like him and being in school or like having a job, and then just also just being Spider-Man, like that whole like transition, and have like letting friends know, letting like MJ and losing Ben or May. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I get what you mean.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like I feel like I could believe that I could become Spider-Man more than I could believe I could ever become Superman. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how relatable like he is to people.
I still don't fuck with spiders though. So no spiders.
Right? Isn't that crazy too? Like the one animal we don't fuck with, but put a man in front of it, like it's a dope ass costume.
Yeah.
That red and blue.
Spider-Man.
I'm not trying to test out and get bit by a fucking spider.
You never know.
That'd be some shit.
Flying. I would like to fly.
I'm good on that.
It kind of makes sense. I mean, they wouldn't have Snake Man like got bit by a snake and just turned into a fucking.
Just swing through the skies. Swing through the skies through the witch web. Yep.
Every time he says the S word, he hisses.
So.
The fight scene.
Anything else before we get to the Peters? Is there anything else? No, I don't think so.
The fight scene at the end with Tom Holland and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
The YouTube videos mentioned this, but I thought it was great. Symbolism that they were fighting on top of Cap's shield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't catch it until they mentioned it, but it's like, that's dope.
I did love the fact that they had, you saw, like, their, what is it called? So I was thinking, I'm like, wait, in what movie? Did something happen in Statue of Liberty? And then they show the shield. Yeah. And I love the fact that they're adding the shield to Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about, I mean, I knew that was a shield, but I didn't think about them fighting on it. I do like that.
Right, which is, that whole shield thing is referenced in Hawkeye.
What shield thing is
the shield on the Statue of Liberty.
It is?
It's referenced in Hawkeye.
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I missed that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Ooh, okay, now. Yeah. Sorry. I'm completely... What episode?
The one that just happened.
But I didn't see it.
This past week.
Wait. After the sister appears? Yelena. No, I don't think I got it right either.
You know what? Yelena.
Yelena?
Yelena.
Yelena?
Yelena.
Yelena. I keep saying
Yelena.
Yelena.
Yelena. Yeah.
Did I not say it? I don't know. Yeah. I'm hearing the same thing.
Yelena.
Oh, Yelena?
No, Yelena.
Anyway, is this after?
What's her name now?
Is this after her intro?
Well, no, because
Yelena. Let me stop. I can't. We have to move
look.
on.
All right. So the movie takes place, I believe, in the fall because they're just starting school again.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then it's Halloween when they're trying to get into MIT.
This is after Halloween.
After Halloween?
Yeah, because the guy says, her boss says...
Put down the Halloween decorations?
Yeah, I thought you... Yeah.
Okay, but before Christmas.
I feel like this is like Thanksgiving-ish.
Right, so, all right. And then Hawkeye is set like a couple days before Christmas.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's around the same time, yeah, if you think about it like that.
So, yeah, this movie takes place before Hawkeye.
Right before Hawkeye, which is crazy in itself, if you think about it.
Yeah. Because this means... Yeah. So this means... all of this is already done by the time, Hawkeye happens.
Yeah, and it's not even mentioned.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Which they couldn't mention it, because then that would give away a lot of shit.
That really would, because technically Hawkeye has already started.
So how do you go about hiding something like that? That's the shit, those are the plot holes that bug me. But then again, like, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure COVID was a big reason behind that.
It's possible there's still... Wait, what? I'm still trying to figure out what episode... And it's going to bother me. I'll figure it out after. It's possible, like, they reference it later on. And just to be like, all right, well, it's scheduled. Like, we have it on the last episode. They referenced the whole Spider-Man shit.
Yeah.
and then it'll be easy as like, yeah, after. Actually, no, I don't see it happening. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe in a world where Thanos already appeared and half the world was fucking blipped, everybody just kind of, when they see the sky opening up, like they just kind of ignore it the next day. Maybe it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Because you're just used to seeing that shit by now. Imagine if we lived in a world like that, like we had to deal with that, and then after the blip,
just aliens again.
and then okay, the sky's opening up. All right, now it closed back up. All right, cool.
We're cool.
All right, back to work.
Yeah, I feel like every day you would want to live like it's your last.
Oh, I would have to. Yeah, if we lived in a world like that, yeah.
Maybe we would appreciate our life more.
Yeah.
Our lives. Sorry, we would appreciate our lives more.
Because
if it was like that,
people could say like, yo, right now there could be a superhero fight right now happening right here. Someone just gets flung over and
that's it. We're done.
And that's it. We're done. We're
no
collateral
more
damage.
pod. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Damn, that is crazy. Anyway, all right, back to Spider-Man.
Zoned out right there. That was good.
Back to Spider-Man. I was just thinking about it, like, damn, that'd be fucking insane.
That'd be wild.
All right. Anything else before Peters?
Okay.
All right, so Peters.
Shout out to Ned.
Ned.
Shout out to Ned, because Ned's the whole reason we got the Peters in the first place.
He opened these portals.
Yeah.
Portals.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. Because the first time because I didn't know how they were gonna introduce them, but like the first time he does it, he's like, "What the fuck was that?" And then he does it again, and then that shit was amazing.
He has the rings on.
Well, they were teasing
yeah,
it.
because he had the rings on.
And that was the best part. They were teasing it throughout the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Him saying his fingers were tingling to Doctor Strange, saying that he was told that his family's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. So they were just teasing it, and then it happened, and it was a great way to introduce it.
Yeah, and then the extra of like him just moving, like, and then you see a spark, and they're like, "What the fuck was that?" They're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
And then like one more time, and then finally we get the first Peter, and I loved his intro to it because fucking MJ like just do something, and she's throwing the bread at him.
Yeah.
Then he sticks to the wall. She's like, crawl. Do something, and then just throws it again. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Oh, and then get the cobweb.
Yeah, the cobweb.
Lola was
And
like,
correction,
yo, fix my shit.
definitely. Ned is definitely Filipino. Because once I heard Lola, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
Lola. Yeah.
was like,
yeah.
yo, fix my shit, man.
Mhm.
Yo, fix my shit, though.
Don't be fighting in here. Get that cobweb. Since you're here, do something.
Do something.
That was great. And then when they brought Toby in,
Oh, man.
they did the fucking meme. You saw that? Like where they point at each other?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They did it. That was technically it. Like when they,
Oh, wow.
But, oh, no, I wouldn't have thought about the meme. Because
Yeah.
the meme,
because they're dressed in the Spider-Man outfits in the meme.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, technically one of them was dressed.
Oh, no. Okay, now when they're at the statue.
No. When
In the
they're
home.
in the room, when they first meet, when Toby and Andrew first meet.
In the home.
Oh, I
Right?
wouldn't
In
have
the
picked
home.
that up. No,
Yeah. When they both shot their webs at each other, that was them doing the meme.
No, that I get. That I
Yeah.
get now. No, I would have, because I was actually waiting for them to do it with all three of them.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, they kind of had that moment a little bit when they're like, "You're one." No, like like they were trying to figure out who's Spider-Man 1,
true,
who's
yeah.
Spider-Man 2. So that was kind of a moment that I saw, but
I'm
not
3.
like not completely. They were like, "Wait, aren't you? Aren't you?" It was like real quick. So I thought that was like an ode to the.
He's like,
meme.
yeah, I'm 3.
Oh yeah, at the end, yeah, I'm 3. Which is funny because technically, I mean, he should have been 2.
Oh.
Tom. Sorry.
That
Tom
whole
should have
moment
been
that they had, Toby and Andrew, when they like crack each other's back and shit. That
of
whole
course.
banter back and forth, that shit was great.
I
love that.
even like throughout like them being, I love their banter. When they were in the
Lab?
the lab,
Yeah.
the little things, and then when Ned was saying like, "Do you have a best friend?" He's like, "Yeah, I did."
Yeah.
Like, and then talking about James Franco dying and shit.
I killed him.
It was pretty. I don't remember what he said, but he just said it so like. Toby,
So nonchalant.
Like just
Yeah.
so like.
Yeah, I killed him
it was-
because he tried to kill me.
Yeah, it was actually pretty. It wasn't sad. Some type of it wasn't sad though,
It was
but
not dark. He didn't say that.
no, heartwarming. No, not heartwarming. I just don't. I remember, but pretty
Touching.
much saying that was a sad moment. Like that was a pretty
Touching
sad
moment?
moment.
No, not touching at all.
Not touching at all.
No. But I love that fact. And then Andrew just kind of looks. I don't know if Andrew had a friend that died. Did he have a best friend that died?
And
But his
Gwen.
best friend wasn't it?
Gwen died. Oh, best friend.
No, Gwen wasn't Gwen like the MJ.
No, there was Harry Osborn, but I don't know if he died. He became like the Goblin. Also.
No, that's
No,
Toby.
we're talking about the Amazing one, right?
Yeah,
Amazing
Andrew.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're saying if Andrew had a best friend that died?
Yeah, no, right?
No, I don't know.
Don't think so.
I didn't see
Okay,
that
no,
movie.
because they were talking about, he was talking to Toby, so obviously he was talking about James Franco's character, who died.
I gotta look up now.
Yeah, no, yeah, he died, no?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Harry Osborn, the guy that played Harry in that movie, probably died.
Yeah, no, he died.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, of course they got to kill him off.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? But, like, Andrew kind of looked at him almost like he knew. That's why I'm like, maybe he had a friend that died too.
Yeah.
But I'm not entirely sure. But I love that little moment that they had. And then also, Peter. No, Spider-Man. We're all Spider-Man. No, Peter
Oh, yeah,
Parker.
with-
Yeah, the names. Computer. That was it. I'm trying to think of what else. Just there were so many things.
Okay, I thought it was a great moment with Andrew Garfield getting to save MJ Zendaya.
Ah, that was amazing.
That was like his redemption
Right.
Yeah.
from not being able to save Gwen in his own universe.
See, I didn't see that. So,
So-
I didn't. I said I didn't see that part, like when Andrew didn't save Gwen.
Oh,
So I was kind of lost.
yeah.
But then I was like, oh, okay, I got you.
No, he like they kind of
'Cause
mention it.
Yeah, he explained it in the movie or whatever. But
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that was his
Like,
redemption.
alright.
That's why it meant so much to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't gonna let that shit happen again. Because that's probably been haunting him for ever since.
Yeah, because I figured it's probably maybe the same way, just because the connection to Toby's MJ, where she's falling and he catches her. And then there's this one, and I didn't see Andrew, but then he did mention, like, oh, like Gwen, my MJ, you know,
Yeah.
she died. So I'm thinking, and then he says it, like, you can see, like, he's about to cry. Like, he starts getting, you know, all
Yeah.
choked up and shit. So when that moment happened, I'm like, okay, so this is probably the way she goes out. So the fact that he gets to actually save this MJ and not his own.
Oh,
It's kind of a-
yeah. The actual moment, like when you did see it, is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gwen dying?
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta see
Yeah.
that. I'm
That's
so mad I
easy,
can't find
yeah.
those fucking movies anywhere.
Yeah. You'll see it in those YouTube videos. They show it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that shit, oh, it was so fucking, it was just, it was like sad, but like everybody cheered.
Yeah, no, that's one of the best moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody cheered. That was amazing. Trying to think of what else.
All right, the ending.
What? Which end? With
The ending was Strange. Strange deciding to redo the spell,
Yeah.
and Peter deciding that he'll just go on living the rest of his life with no one knowing who Peter Parker ever was, that he ever
Mhm.
existed.
Yeah.
So he promises MJ and Ned that he'll come back for them, and he'll let them know. He'll convince them, but then he finally goes to see them
Mm-hmm.
and decides not to. And I understand. I felt what he was going through. I was like, damn, if I was in that situation, if I tried doing that to y'all and explaining who the fuck I was, going through that spell, you'd probably just think I'm a fucking crazy ass stranger.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never believe what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I felt like he didn't, like he was trying to work it up to tell them, but I feel like once he saw the Band-Aid, he's like, what, like on her.
Or reminded him of like what he could put her through.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Like
good.
that was
Good
the
point.
take that's the take, like I could see that he was struggling to tell her, and like, how the fuck, like this is gonna be really fucking awkward. How am I gonna tell her that she's known me and we're actually together and all this shit? And the reason why she's excited about MIT is because of me and all this stuff. But then she does this to her hair. She puts her hair back behind her ear, and you see the Band-Aid, and then he zones in on it.
Yeah.
And that was an injury she had because of him, technically. So that was like, you know what? Let me just keep her out of this.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
That's why I just figured.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
but
like
that shit. Oh my god, I'm hoping at some point it'll like fate circle back. I feel like a fate will circle back, but I love the fact that he gets his apartment, and
Yeah.
it looks so much like Toby's apartment when he's on his own after May dies. No, May didn't die. Wait, no, didn't May die? No, May didn't die. It was the second movie, the end of the first movie. He moves on his own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's dope because it's kind of like a fresh way to reboot the movie at that point. Because now you can take it pretty much anywhere. He doesn't have S.H.I.E.L.D. behind him, doesn't have Tony behind him. He's basically on his own at this point. No one knows who the fuck he is, so he can start a whole new life, and he's a superhero on top of it.
Facts.
So at this point, if Marvel does continue to do this shit with Sony, you can take this so many different ways. Like you could take this to the college years at this point.
No, people, I think.
Or him getting a job now at the Daily Bugle. Like that's how this is where you can take it now.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. I feel like he would still, S.H.I.E.L.D. would still be apt because he's still Spider-Man.
No, but there is like nothing going on. Like no one knows who he is.
Right.
Yeah, no, that just leads to them trying to find him because they obviously know Spider-Man.
Oh, they don't know who Peter Parker is.
They don't know Peter Parker, but they know who Spider-Man is.
And that could be too.
He's still the same Spider-Man that fought with Avengers and all that.
But his shield, I think there's no more shield. It's just sword.
Yeah, well, not Shield specifically.
No, but like I feel like everybody forgets about him.
No, but forget about Peter Parker, not about Spider-Man.
Not about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is still out there.
People still know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah. At the end of the movie, people still know Spider-Man.
They just don't. Literally, just nobody knows who he is. So the video never came out. Does this mean this guy's alive? No, just the video never came out. That outs him.
And Aunt May at a funeral, she has no nephew. So when he stands next to Happy.
Yeah, he stands next to
Yeah, exactly. Happy has no recollection. He's like, how do you know him? Just through Spider-Man.
Yeah. So none of them actually. But my thing is, if you see, all those moments of Happy picking up Peter Parker and knowing who that is, they just don't know.
They just wouldn't remember it happening.
Yeah,
that's essentially what it is.
They just don't know. So it's like, do you try? Like, damn, like, have I ever seen him without his mask on? Like that kind of thing.
Right. Any situation where they would have, they just wouldn't remember it.
Yeah. So they have. Yeah,
their brain would get fuzzy.
Yeah. So I just feel like, well, I mean, not fuzzy, but like I feel like it wouldn't be like catastrophic if you ever told anybody, because clearly, what's his name tells Wong, do you remember that night, the full moon thing, the full moon party, and
he said no. He's like, well, that's why. Yeah.
So it's like little things like that, like it wouldn't be catastrophic.
Yeah.
So he could have easily told Happy. He could have told anybody. Though it's just now it's like, okay, well, now somebody has to have a reason to look for you.
Yeah.
Which I feel like Fury would still.
So in essence, Strange created a whole new universe. Using that spell. Technically. You now use a spell to create a universe where people don't know Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
I don't think so.
No, I'm saying he didn't literally do that.
Oh.
But technically, because you've now created a world.
He reset it.
Yeah, you've rebooted it, a world now where no one knows the identity of Spider-Man.
Yeah. But in that case, while Nick Fury is in space, does he know? If he's not technically in the world?
Well, yeah, because the spell was people that know who Peter Parker is in all universes.
In all universes?
Nah, probably just that one. You're right.
No, it's just that one.
Then Nick Fury would count as that universe.
But it doesn't. He doesn't say universe.
He say everybody that knows him. That knows who Peter Parker is.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. So Nick Fury wouldn't remember.
Yeah.
No, because we were using the word world, and I was just thinking, well, technically he's not in the world; it's in space. So maybe he would not.
And this is this is like technically, just in case that Sony and Marvel don't work this out with Spider-Man, this is a good way to just like kind of erase him from further movies.
Yeah. And
kind of move on without him. Because I looked up. I don't know if I told you. I looked up the night before Saturday.
Yeah.
To watch the other Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even there. Neither is Homecoming. And on the homepage, when you click on Marvel on Disney Plus, no Spider-Man.
Well, those movies were never on Disney.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
Homecoming and Far From Home.
I never watched those on Disney.
I think I've seen them on Netflix.
Yeah. I've never seen them on Netflix. I rented them from Amazon Prime.
Okay.
But even if like he would be on the homepage and he was on Infinity War and Endgame, and those are on Disney Plus. And I've seen him before.
Still there?
Yeah.
So those movies are still there.
Yeah, but Spider-Man isn't on the actual thing, so I was just telling, and I just felt like something was up because I knew that was like the end of their little like contract shit.
No, we just talked about this. No, they renewed it. They're on for another trilogy.
I think that those were walked back. I think those comments were walked back. It's still in limbo. I know that's what they said, but they recently got walked back.
Oh, because then that's all on Tom, because Marvel and Sony were like 1,000%. Well, Disney 1,000% ready to do. Not Disney. Disney was still willing to extend it.
Yeah.
Because Disney wants it, but Marvel is just like, okay, let's just keep doing this because Sony doesn't want to sell Spider-Man. Rightfully so. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean.
No, yeah, we just talked about this.
No, I know. It's just that I'm hearing
they
stuff
walk
too
back
that they're walking back. That Amy Pascal, the producer, that
Yeah.
said that they were returning. That she brought them back. She walked it back. So that's why I wasn't sure.
Oh. What the fuck, bitch?
That's why it's up. Yeah, 'cause
Literally,
you never
well,
know.
no, I mean, the walk back has to be from Tom Holland then. Because it makes no sense to have make more MCU movies. Jesus Christ. I can't talk today. I can't talk ever. It makes no sense to have more movies with Sony about, like, with Spider-Man if Tom Holland does not want to be the Spider-Man anymore. Which technically, he doesn't want to do anymore. Like, he's talking about retiring already.
Jeez.
Yeah. 25. Talking about retiring already.
I don't blame him if he wants to.
He also made a comment that he wants to be done with Spider-Man by 30.
I don't blame him for that.
Yeah, makes sense.
He wants to be done with Spider-Man by what?
30.
Oh, by
either
30,
either
okay.
acting in general by 30
'Cause you
or
saw the previews,
Spider-Man.
though, right? The previews before Spider-Man, Uncharted. Did you see that? You didn't see that? He's gonna be in that movie.
Oh yeah, ooh, that shit look crazy. But yeah, because he put out another movie that what was that? I think he looks like some fucking psychopath. But I heard it got really good reviews. It's like red, or maybe the cover art was red. I don't know, but it looks fucking insane. I think Netflix. I know Netflix has one of his movies. He's dropped like 4. Like, he is like hauling ass. Man, there's so many fucking movies coming out with him. What happened?
No, nothing. I'm still trying to find it. I can't find it. But either way, if it happens, it happens. But the fact that it ended the way it did,
Yeah.
it's a fresh reboot for him. So Marvel, just in case, they got millions of ways they can make this work. So I think it's dope, just to start future movies with Spider-Man.
I just feel like the only other way to do it, and a lot of people are saying, because since Tom Holland made those comments about wanting to retire and shit, and 5 years is, I don't know if that's like enough time to like put out a whole nother trilogy.
It's not, so you can at least put a standalone movie and bring in like Miles Morales and then just bring in the new guy.
But they're talking about, yeah, true, I guess, because they want Sony and Marvel want to do a whole nother trilogy, and then when they ask Amy about Tom Holland, she's like, well, I'll just say, I'm not gonna speak for anybody, but I'll just say, like, we all want to make more Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it'll just be Tom Holland's standalone movie, like his goodbye movie, and they introduce Miles in that.
And then
that'll
2
be a new
more with
trilogy.
him.
Yeah.
I can
Why
see
not?
that. Yeah, that's the only way, unless Marvel takes it with what is it gonna say? A lot of people want to see Andrew actually finish his trilogy and get one more movie in, but a lot like people are saying that. But if you think about it, Marvel would have to do some type of like multiverse, considering what just happened and like the post credit we'll get to. But I feel like that would be the only way to change Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Men, yeah.
Can't wait though for that Miles Morales live action. That'll be dope.
I didn't even see that.
No. I'm just saying it's coming down the line. In the
Oh,
future.
okay. Yeah.
Like, we all know that's happening.
I didn't.
What? No, it's just eventually
Was that Disney Plus Day that I missed?
No, it hasn't been announced. It's not even anything. It's just like something that you know is just gonna happen.
Oh,
in the
okay.
future. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I was like, what?
No,
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else during this?
No.
Toby got fucking old, man, and he's so scrawny. I didn't realize he was so scrawny like that.
No, he did great. Now you want to get to the end credit?
Yeah, let's get to end credit.
So the first end credit.
Yeah.
Venom.
Tom
Hardy.
I fucking love that. And he's like, "Bro, I'm drunk." Let's something about eating brains. I don't know, but that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, "He already explained it to you 5 times," or whatever the fuck he said. And he's still trying to wrap his head around it. But the part that's funny is that they were there for a while. I feel like they were in that universe for a hot minute, and this entire time he's at the bar trying to figure out where the fuck he is.
Yeah, he just decided to get drunk instead of just go and do shit and find out where he was.
And then the little speck of venom left behind.
Yeah.
So it's insane.
Which is a beautiful touch.
It is. I kind of wish Tom Hardy would stick around.
Yeah.
I want that to be the same universe. I'm kind of upset that it's not.
Yeah. But now we know it's going to be another Venom, so.
Oh, for sure.
In the MCU.
I don't think they're not gonna fucking retire Venom for a little while.
Yeah. Because at this point, like I said, just leaving that little breadcrumb, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they can bring in Venom anytime they want.
Yeah.
You haven't seen one?
I haven't seen Carnage yet.
Same here.
Well, you haven't seen the first one yet. I was waiting.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, bro.
Oh, okay. So then that's why you don't know why he's there.
Oh, I know why he's there.
Oh.
I know why he's there, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
He never seen the movie, but like what? It was like the YouTube videos told you?
Wait, no, well, he's part of the spell, too.
No, so
No,
like he
like
ends
where
up
he's
in
at
that
location.
spot, in
Yeah.
that location. Because it happens at the end of that movie of Venom 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, so...
Mm.
Ah,
So you haven't
that's
seen it.
wild. I love that. Okay, cool.
So that's
cool,
why
cool.
he ends up in where he's at, and
Yeah.
then he's like, "What the hell just happened? Like, what the fuck is this?" Like,
Yeah.
it's-
I felt like I felt like
Gotcha.
it could have picked up just because he has the Band-Aid. Because I couldn't stop staring. Like, I'm watching it. I'm, like, amazed. Holy shit. Finally. Tom Hardy, MCU. But I seen the Band-Aid, and I just focused in on it. And I'm like, I haven't seen Carnage. But I feel like this has to be somewhat after Carnage.
Gotcha.
Because shit happens at Carnage. So I'm assuming, I'm like, it's not going to just be like, no. Like, why would they, that little detail. Like, they had to put that Band-Aid on his head, like, on his eyebrow for a reason.
I gotta go. I gotta see Venom. I mean, that's the one I've slacked on.
So now my theory with that is that
Mm-hmm.
he's in Spider-Man's universe.
And
Yeah, because he gets sucked out. Like, he's watching TV,
Mm-hmm.
like with Venom and whatnot, and as he's flicking the channel, he gets sucked out of the universe. And he gets into like where he's at right now, that little
The bar.
the bar that
Yeah.
you saw.
gotcha.
So that's my theory, that they're gonna meet. Either that or that symbiote gets on the fucking
I wonder.
that waiter or bartender or whatever he was, and then he becomes the evil Venom. Or some
That
shit
becomes
like
the new Venom. Yeah, I can see that.
No, he'll probably transition. Like, he'll probably move around until he finds. But how are they going to make. Oh, God.
What?
Because isn't Venom Sony? Yeah, right? Yeah, Sony.
Yeah, he's Sony, but just as much as Spider-Man is Sony.
Well, no, that's my point.
Yeah.
That, like, to me, I mean, no, they're doing the whole multiverse thing because technically Toby and all of them are Sony, so it doesn't really matter. Never mind. I was trying to create a scenario where Tom Hardy would be Venom in this movie.
That's always possible still, though.
Well, I mean, in the next movies.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
It all comes down to those two deciding if they can share the money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about.
So they move on from Spider-Man to Venom, sharing, like, so MCU gets Venom now.
Yeah, if you have a Spider-Man and Venom team-up movie.
No, I feel like
That'd be fire.
with the
fire.
little thingy though, I feel like MCU is gearing up to have their own Venom outside, so they don't have to negotiate for Tom Hardy.
Right. Yeah, they want their own Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
They see the popularity in it. Not just with
No, of course, yeah.
Spider-Man and Venom, but also with the other villains. Like, you can do something with Doc Ock, with Green Goblin.
Just
The Sinister
Venom.
Six.
Yeah.
Like, you can build something off of that movie alone. And you might have something there. So they feel like they got enough Sony to just like do their own thing. So that's where it comes in.
But
like,
I don't see them revisiting Doc Ock or any of them.
unless it's a movie
This
like
is
Sinister
them
Six.
this is them revisiting it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
possibly, but other than that, I feel like with all the villains that we're getting, that's like a step back.
Yeah. And I don't see how one Spider-Man could beat all of them by himself.
But he has more villains.
Yeah, he's got more villains.
Yeah,
has way
way
more
more
villains.
villains. Yeah. So I feel like it's a step back compared to Galactus, who's coming back, or coming back, or just gonna
That's
be
a
there
whole nother, that's a
at
whole
some
nother villain.
point. That's happening.
Yeah.
So
It's Avengers type level.
Yeah, I mean
Let's
that's all MCU is. Trying to gear up for the next Avengers.
Oof. And Kang.
I just wonder who's gonna be the next Tom Hardy. Well, MCU's version. Maybe it'd just be Tom Hardy.
It should be The Rock.
Ugh, God, no.
Wait, who?
The Rock.
No, I don't want it to be The
he's,
Rock.
he's Black Adam.
Yeah,
In
I
DC.
got him on DC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's Black Adam.
He could stay in DC. I'm good with that.
But you never know.
I fuck with The Rock, but like not that much. I don't want him in the MCU. I don't know how I feel about that. What if it's Method Man? Let me stop.
Method Man.
He just said he wanted to be
They
in
gotta find a
fucking.
character for
That'd
him.
be crazy.
Man. They
I
gotta
can see
find a
that
character
happening.
for him.
That'd be crazy.
Cause he just said, I forgot some interview or some shit that he's like he wants to get into Marvel.
Marvel put me in.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the first end credit.
Yeah, the first end
Dope as
credit.
shit.
That's crazy. And then the second one is pretty much a trailer for and that has to be the longest end credit or post credit, whatever.
Yeah.
The longest one ever. And it's
For Magneto's daughter.
Magneto's daughter.
I thought it was over when he first saw Wanda. Like when she turned around.
Yeah, I thought that was it. And I'm like, no. And then it just kept going. I was like, all right, cool.
That's while I'm walking.
So I was kind of like, just don't stop. Just don't end. Don't end. But no, it was pretty fire. I love the fact that and that was something that we called. That was one of the theories that I did have, but it wasn't Spider-Man. That's why I couldn't remember it. It was the fact that, and like you said the same thing, that Wanda would appear in multiverse.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a given.
Yeah.
We felt like, which it is. It ends up being the same thing. Now I just don't know if I can trust any Marvel trailers now. I just feel so duped.
Yeah.
So.
Now I agree with Manny when he says he doesn't even watch them.
No, I can't.
Well, that's kind of psychopathic
that
in
is
a sense.
Man,
You don't
you're
even watch the
fucking
trailers.
Psychopath.
He's like, bro, stay off it.
It's insane. No, I couldn't do that. As soon as I hear there's like a new trailer, I'm on that shit.
Yeah.
I have to.
Why not?
I know,
Let's
right?
watch it,
I know, but it's
just to
kinda,
see it. I mean, like, yo.
I guess to some people, it's kind of like we relate it with music. It's like hearing a single before the album comes out.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I don't want to hear the single. I just want to wait till it comes out.
Well, no, that's because that's how I am. But like when they, apparently, I think there's a Spider-Man trailer I didn't see. The second one that they put out, I don't think I saw that one. And I mean, I caught it watching like the breakdowns and shit. But I didn't want to see it just because I'm like, I just want to go in and I just want to watch the movie. I'm gonna watch this shit as soon as it comes out, which I normally don't do. But I was like, I just can't. This movie's so fucking good. But yeah, multiverse, that's gonna be super intense and insane. And
Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the way the fucking Sanctorum like looked fucked up when he was going up the stairs, like it was like flooding.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
So is this all from what happened in Spider-Man?
You know what? I don't know.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I don't
You
know.
opened a whole different world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through that spell.
Yeah.
I guess. And Homeboy from the first movie comes back with the fucking cornrow wig.
Oh god, that looks so
You saw
bad.
Which
That
one?
looks so bad.
The bad guy in the first Doctor Strange movie.
Wasn't that was a
yeah.
post credit, right?
Yeah.
It was a post credit.
Wait, no, his name was Mordo. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the bad guy in the first movie. He left.
He wasn't a bad guy.
No, he was good. And
No,
then
he was-
And then he left in the end. He turned
Yeah,
bad.
he was good and then turned bad. I think he like took something with him, or no, I think he just. I don't know. I feel like he killed some people.
He bounced,
Yeah,
basically,
he bounced though. He left, and then that was a post credit scene showing him leaving, and then that's pretty much. And that was because they found out that that the chick wasn't really like she was into the dark magic the whole time, so that fucked up his whole belief system because that was like his god was her. She was the supreme, and it seemed like everything that he thought he knew was just that was it. So he instantly became a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
His world got turned upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So multiverse. I mean, we knew he was going to be the villain, obviously,
Yeah.
but
So it's Multiverse of Madness, and I believe Quantumania, the Ant-Man movie. Those are I believe Doctor Strange is going to be in that too.
Yeah, there's somebody. I think I saw something that Ant-Man might appear
In multiverse?
Yeah.
And then they both go in each other's movie one for one. And I know Kang is supposed to be in Quantumania, which is dope. So those are like the next couple movies that are gonna come out, I believe. Let me check the schedule.
Yeah, check the schedule. They keep changing it. So the schedule that I have on here that we like talked about one time, like fucking long time ago, I feel like it's changed since then. But while you're checking that shit looks insane. Can't wait for it. This is definitely, I think, the best Marvel movie. I don't know if I'm in.
Which one?
Spider-Man. Just everything about it. Just watching all three of them, all three Peters, just fucking just doing their Spidey shit, and then you actually get to experience Spidey sense. Like you kind of like Toby. I don't know about Andrew, but like Toby, yeah, you saw it, but it was like when he was in class, like okay, cool, he can, there's the clock ticking, the fucking what is it called, the flying. I think he was getting something thrown at him.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, May 6th. Thor, the fourth Thor movie, July 8th. The second Black Panther movie, November 11th.
They pushed it to November? That shit was like July.
That was Disney Day. They recently pushed it back.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel 2, 2023, which took Ant-Man 3's initial February spot. So Ant-Man 3 moves back nearly half a year to July 2023, and it'll be released after Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which keeps its May 2023 release date.
Jesus.
So we're definitely set up for the next couple years, and these are all great movies that I'll definitely want to see.
Until it's pushed again.
I mean, you hope for the best, but yeah, shit can happen.
I love how I'm like fresh out of like the theater.
But Doctor Strange and Thor, I'm up for that, man. Doctor Strange and Thor.
Movie?
What?
Oh no, like
Those are the next two movies, Doctor
okay.
Strange and Thor.
I'm ready for the Thor movie.
Yeah,
I've
I
always
just-
been a fan of Thor.
Yeah.
I didn't think Ant-Man would take that long till 2023.
I don't know how I feel about Natalie Portman being.
Really?
Thor.
Like I fuck with her, but like I don't know how I feel about her being like
Lady Thor.
Yeah. I don't know. Like she's cool and all, but I don't know.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I think, and I'm not that I'm like a Natalie Portman fan. I've seen all her like a lot of her movies, and like she's not bad at all. I just don't know how she like fits to actually. I don't know. I mean, we see a glimpse of it because she does have like. Does she still have the ether? What the fuck it's called?
No, it was taken from her, I think.
Oh, so she doesn't have powers anymore.
Yeah. But she'll somehow gain them this time around this movie.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure that out when
She
it comes
probably
out.
becomes my prediction. She's worthy enough to to handle like the weapon and everything. So I think she becomes a new Thor that way. That's just my prediction. Somehow, it'll
But
happen.
the thing doesn't give you magic.
No, it doesn't. But that'll be something else that happens that they'll explain. That's
Yeah.
Marvel shit.
Fucking Marvel.
Movie shit.
Do you think they'll have like an outsider come in and be Lady Thor? Natalie Portman
Said
would
Natalie
still
Portman?
be there. Like it's not the same. No, not like they changed the actors. Like it's a different character.
That's always a possibility too.
Yeah.
I can accept that. I'm okay with that.
Or they can just fucking green screen the face. They can deep fake this shit. You saw they do the de-aging already with other people.
It's just weird.
Which they did with Willem Dafoe. And
Yeah.
They did with Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw that shit in the Irishman with De Niro when they de-aged his face.
Yeah, that bugged me out.
And I was like, yo, this shit came a long way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The CGI shit.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy.
And it's funny. I just watched. I was watching this Netflix show. Grace and is it Gracie and Frankie? No, Grace and Frankie. And they have this whole de-aging thing. What's Charlie Sheen's father's name?
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. There you go. And homegirl Jane Fonda, is she in it? Yeah, I think that's her name, Jane Fonda. I don't know, but they did a de-aging thing, and it looks so bad in it, and I'm just like, all right, well, there goes the difference in money. Yeah, that was fucking horrible. So yeah, whatever. Like, sorry, it just made me think of that, and that was really bad. But Marvel has the movie. I mean, the movie, the money to make it.
Oh, absolutely.
But I no, like they can have her. I just don't see.
No, you just don't see. You don't see it in her.
I want now. Yeah, she's so like
To carry
tiny
the
and
movie.
petite.
I guess that's the point, though.
Yeah, Captain Marvel doesn't really
Yeah.
change anything. So
I mean, I don't really know how Lady Thor's supposed to be in the comics. If she's like an Amazon type woman or just a regular woman.
I feel like she would be an Amazon.
Dude, no,
Could-
she's the same size as Natalie.
Oh, she is.
I believe so.
I don't know. She
Check it
Thor. I
out.
just think Amazon. I don't know.
I mean, Thor was never meant to be with anyone that was like his size anyway. Like, he was always meant to.
No, but when she gains the powers and becomes, yeah, no, that would still be weird. Never mind.
That's weird too. Yeah.
That would be really weird.
Just hulks up.
Ugh.
But yeah, anything else off of that second trailer? The second post credit.
No,
I like
just-
Wanda's costume. Like there's a scene in
Yeah,
there.
the official Scarlet Witch.
Oh yeah, the official
She's got,
Scarlet.
like, the
Yeah,
horns
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, she killed that shit.
Yeah.
She's gonna be dope, man. I
That
think she's
shit's
gonna turn
be
evil.
real. When she puts that shit on, that shit is real. Like, where'd you
think she's gonna
find
be
that?
evil?
Like, where'd you have that?
I think she's
Like-
gonna go evil.
Wait, question.
Like,
do
where'd you
think-
find
Yeah,
it?
right. Who made that? Who?
No, I'm saying like, where did you have it? Like, do you carry? Is there like a bag that you carry? You have this or like home? You have this in a like
Wait, quick question.
Spider-Man carried it in a book bag.
Yeah.
portable
Yeah.
on the go?
This MCU Spider-Man just had like a little button and that was it. Little
This
thing on
guy's
his
a
belt.
fat.
Boop, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh yes, right. He did. And then the
That's
nanotech.
his
That shit
job.
was
Yeah,
dope.
Toby just wore it under his clothes.
Right.
Must be
Practical.
uncomfortable. So
Mm-hmm.
just
Maybe she's
no underwear. Just
Maybe she's
straight.
always. Maybe
Just
she's just
straight.
always wearing it, but there's magic to hide what. No, she literally just does this, and it's
Yeah.
she's Scarlet Witch,
I
man.
can see that.
So I kind of hope that on some level, because we did talk about this a long time ago, that some type of mutant in general would appear with multiverse, because we were like, all right, well, Scarlet Witch, she's definitely, Wanda's going to be there. Is this an introduction since she's a mutant? And you kind of see it. You find, not that we find out, but you see it in
X-Men?
Wanda. Huh?
for X-Men. For X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we get like all the X-Men, but some type of like little like Easter egg post-credit scene, like
That's
my
all-
dad moves fucking metal with his mind.
No, I mean just the fact that Disney, that what I read before was the Disney Plus Day announcements.
Yeah.
That lets you know that all that is just an Easter egg at this point, because they're not even thinking about that for this phase. They already got this shit set
Oh yeah,
up.
no, it's definitely not going to happen
So-
in this phase.
No,
for
but you're
sure.
saying as far as Easter eggs, yeah, definitely Easter egg.
Yeah.
So setting up for future shit.
Yeah, some type of like she comes across an old man and all of a sudden some metal fucking moves. I don't know.
Yeah, no, mutants are definitely in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'm waiting for is the Fantastic Four, bro. Like that's the one I'm waiting on.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that
What,
down.
Fantastic
Hopefully.
I
No,
just
no,
hope
no,
they
no.
Get it right.
Yeah,
Bro,
for
that's
sure.
all I want.
That's
That's
it.
all I want.
No, my
That's it.
post-credit prediction that she's gonna just be there, or even if it's like, no, they wouldn't put it in the movie. It'd be a post-credit, and she just sees like this old man, and you just see some metal moving. That's all.
Dope.
That's
Yeah.
all. I'm gonna write
Something,
that down.
something to tease the X-Men.
Yeah. But yeah, Fantastic Four. I have no idea what they're doing with it, and I can't wait.
Yeah,
Because
no,
hopefully-
there's no mentions of any cast. I'm sure people are trying out. Everybody wants to be a part of this shit, and I'm pretty sure they can do it right.
Yeah, they probably just don't want people trying to tear it apart. Since we tore apart the other movies.
Well, I mean, because you got to do the origin story, right? Or maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can do it in a way where it's like you briefly introduce it in the first 2 minutes, and then like go into like a fast forward, a flash forward to like present.
Like what? Well, technically, what they did with Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have to also assume that, okay, the Fantastic Four were already existing in this universe. They were already around during the Battle of New York.
Mm-hmm.
They were around for Thanos. But then they have to make up a story of why they never intervened.
No, maybe it's they. No, this could be origin.
Right, no, I'm saying that's a, you can either go that route,
Oh, okay. No,
or if you don't,
Mhm.
and you go another way, like let's flash forward, then how do you explain where they were? You'd have to do that. There's little hurdles you have to like go over,
Yeah.
depending on how you make the movie.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't-
an origin story works, but it's like we've done it so many times. Why would you do another origin story? You go into space and you got hit by a
that's what
fucking
they
meteor.
Have to do.
No, I'm
There
saying you
has to
don't
be.
have to. 'cause-
You don't have to, but at the same time, I don't see how it's possible that they didn't intervene.
Right, and that's the hurdle. So it's like, how
It's
would you
just-
do it?
Yeah, no, I feel like it would be maybe in Origin, or Origin. It'll just be like we're seeing them get their powers. They're literally just gonna start from scratch. New actors. This is the way. This is how they got their powers.
Oh, and it'll start
This
like
girl's figuring out that she can, do this, and this guy's, all that shit.
it'll start like where they were when they saw like the Battle of New York, kind of like with Hawkeye.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Which they've been doing a lot. I remember the first time I saw that type of scene was with Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
When they show Batman's view of the Superman fight.
Mhm.
When he's on the ground and he's seeing like the buildings and shit.
Yeah, and I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. That's not Marvel, but obviously,
Yeah.
I love that. That like they did that in Hawkeye. They did that a couple other things I don't remember.
Yeah, whenever they do that, you see the other view of shit, the other point of view of someone else that was involved in it, or like a secondary type of deal.
This shit is so cool.
It's great. Yeah, I fuck with that a lot.
Just imagine how many like terabytes of fucking footage they just have lying around.
Oh, shit that wasn't used. Yeah.
Of shit that wasn't angles, just angles alone.
Yeah.
The fact that we got the complete opposite, the other side of Hawkeye just falling from insane.
Yeah.
Because they're not recreating that. It's
Right.
definitely old footage.
Right. It's beautiful.
Insane.
Love it. Mind blown.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better than just using the same footage
Yeah.
and then somehow, inserting somebody in there. Oh, Spider-Man when they... No, never mind. Did they? When they had it end with the Battle of New York
Yeah.
and they're grabbing all the shit.
Yeah.
I feel like at some level, do they use that? No, probably not. I don't know. But, yeah.
Man, we definitely went in on this.
Loki, they did it. There you go.
Oh, there
It
you
was
go.
bothering me.
That's right.
Um,
We went in on this.
yeah, we
I
did.
like this. This is a... Yeah, so, there was spoilers all around.
Best Marvel movie.
It's up top 3. I'm going to say top 3.
What do you think?
I still fuck with Infinity War. That's still a favorite of mine. And Black Panther.
Definitely.
Yeah, Infinity War, Black Panther.
It's super fresh for me, so
Yeah.
it's possible.
I feel like in
Okay.
terms of like movie making and me like becoming a huge like camera nerd, I feel like Eternals is dope. Just off of like the way this chick, the director, I forget her name, but the way she chose to like do the filmmaking.
Yeah.
When I looked into it, like how dope it is, like all right, I see why it stands out.
Yeah.
Still not my favorite movie. Still gotta go Black Panther, Infinity War, and this.
Oh, I know. Eternals might be top 5, maybe top 10, but definitely not top 3.
I've never
it's not
watched
there
it,
for
so
me.
that's speaking highly of it.
Huh?
Wait.
I said I've never watched it.
I remember you said
No,
that, yeah,
it's-
so I wouldn't give anything away.
No.
But it's a
it's
good.
really good.
It was done differently.
Yeah.
It was just filmed differently.
Yeah, different, and I it did get backlash for that, but honestly, it's still a good movie. It's more of a movie and that has superheroes instead of a superhero movie, if that makes
Ooh, that
sense.
was
Would you
good.
say it right?
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
I
just
like that.
a movie with people who have powers.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, that's it.
True. That's a wow.
That
I'm
happens
impressed.
to be in a phase.
All right, calm down. Fucking with you. That was great.
But all right, let's move on to true story.
Yeah,
So,
yo.
Are you
Crazy.
gonna earmuff, or are we cool to talk about things? Or
Talk about it.
All right, man. Yo, this was
Wesley fucking Snipes, man.
Jesus Christ. All
Sorry,
right.
I just okay.
Violence.
Just.
Wesley fucking Snipes. Well, let's talk about.
Oh wait, real quick. Do not. Okay, so if you skip to this timestamp to avoid Spider-Man, to the next one.
More spoiler
next-
alerts because we're gonna talk about true story.
This is the final spoiler section of this episode, and then okay, but go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so true story. This was a Netflix vehicle, Kevin Hart. This was a limited series. It was 7 episodes. You said the first episode was about an hour long, and then every episode after that was between 30 and 40 minutes. Am I
Yeah.
correct? All right. Yeah, true story. I was watching this trying to figure out exactly how much of this is actually true. I heard there were rumors about this is kind of like a take on the situation that happened between Kevin in his real life with his cousin, in a sense of his cousin tried to exploit him for money.
Yeah.
So obviously the story was taken a little different. Kevin didn't really murder somebody, well, as far as we know.
As far as
But-
we know, yeah.
But he didn't really get into that type of situation they did in this movie.
Mhm.
But in the sense of a family member trying to set you up.
It was the creator of Narcos was the creator of this.
Dope.
Yeah.
Sounds
And what was I gonna say? So I tried to look it up to see if Kevin had any take on it. I didn't get to read too much into it to see if he did. Just because, like, the Philly aspect, I just felt like maybe those little things catering to Kevin's story and like where he came from. Though, you know, I just feel like that they made it fit for him because he's such a Philly guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it fit for him.
I thought it was cool. They didn't use his name. They just called him the Kid the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fucking cool. That was dope. And yeah, I think they were just. It was really just about him. He just was acting himself. He didn't really have to go hard. He didn't have to be somebody he wasn't. He really was just being a version of himself, just in a different universe kind of sense.
And seeing a lot less funny from him, I love that.
Yeah, he didn't really get a chance to be funny.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, and I love that part of that was like, that's what I was worried about, and I told you this. I was whatever about watching it when I saw it was just Kevin. I'm like, I'll get to it, whatever. Like, it was no rush to watch it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Then I saw Wesley Snipes, and then I saw, like, not the trailer, but I read the bio for it. Like, all right, you know what? I'll watch this. And I had it written down to watch, and then you mentioned it, and I was like, all right, I definitely have to watch this shit.
No, he, like, literally just played himself. Like, this is just him being serious in a situation. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, the tone of voice, like, he wasn't a character. He was literally just himself
Mm-hmm.
and how he would act in a regular situation if this was going on.
Yeah.
That's why I liked that. I was like, it didn't take much acting in that sense.
No, but even it's funny to see, Kevin playing the kid, but, like, the kid actually acting.
Yeah.
Like at the end.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
not to go by episode, but that first episode, man.
Yeah, you called it.
I fucking called it. I almost backtracked, though. Halfway into it, I'm like, okay, so maybe, like, I'm just watching Wesley Snipes. I'm like, maybe he's not into, like, it's not a setup. Maybe I'm just bugging. Like, damn, like, all right, I'm 0 for 1, whatever. I'm trying to think of whatever other, like, theories I could come up with. And then we find out about Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's
Oh,
not
you really
really.
went further down. Okay.
What?
No,
What do you
the fact you find out about, when you say that, what do you mean you find out about Simone?
No, like, there's little things that it didn't seem like he was setting him up. That's why it made me backtrack until, I think he looks at his phone and then he goes through, Carlton's phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is Wesley Snipes' character. Carlton's phone, and then he sees the whole conversation. He sees the pictures, and like, all right, cool, you like it. Do you think Kid will like this too? And all this shit.
Well, that's further down the line, right.
Just to like skip about the second. Yeah.
For me, it was like him waking up next to homegirl, not really doing a thorough check.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. That
Also them not showing us, the viewer, any footage of what happened. You're just assuming that this is like, it's like movie logic. It's like, if you didn't see it happen, it probably didn't happen.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like when when I knew it was a setup, or like I thought it was a setup originally, it was Ari walking out and then Carlton walking in right away.
Oh.
And I paused it, and I'm thinking, because I didn't want to miss anything. I paused it, and I'm just like, wait. So he's asking for $6 million. What? And like, wait, where's Carlton? Why is he just and they didn't show that. He didn't even bother checking to see if she was dead. He just started panicking and freaking out and took his brother's word. This smells like a setup. And then, like, you see, like, his reaction. He asked for $6 million, but, like, it was that kind of thing, like, all right, maybe he didn't know how much money he was going to ask for because they probably agreed upon, like, a set amount. And you kind of see it where he's, like, he's thinking, like, yo, Ari's probably trying to walk out with more money than what we discussed in, like, splitting apart and all that shit. Because with the text messages, it wasn't supposed to be, or no, not the text messages. I think when he found her, I think, like, she didn't, I don't remember if she said a number, but she literally just said, like, it was only supposed to be, like, a couple 100,000 or some shit.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
It's just, it was so fucking nasty. I couldn't even believe it that it
shit
stooped
was
that
wild.
low, but that's family for you.
Fucking wild. Like, Kanye's cousin stealing from him was nothing compared to this.
That's what I'm saying. That's just
Nothing.
family will do it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, in a sense, like, you can't really be surprised either. But all right, and I hate to give this part away to Villa, even though I know he said he doesn't care. You gotta admit, the ending. Ain't no way you gonna shoot 2 niggas like that in succession
Oh,
in the hallway like that in the head.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah. Come on, son. Nah, that quick. Just step in. No, that doesn't happen. There's no way. From where Villa is right now, from where Villa, if there's someone right there, if we're both standing and you got someone next to you and y'all both pointing a gun at her, right?
Yeah.
And I just happen to come out of nowhere, pull a gun like that, I can shoot both of y'all in the head before you hit me?
No, that's possible. You're catching them off guard. I think it's possible, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, you literally. It's not. He didn't do this. He went boom, boom. But it's possible. But it's not possible for somebody who just literally freaked out about a girl dying in his bed.
Right.
I think it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
For somebody
Kevin Hart
who
playing that character, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Or just you and me, or a regular person. He's not at the gun range.
No.
For all we know, he's not a person that's skilled with a gun. For you to pick up a gun and all of a sudden, with one hand, take both of them out with headshots, that's the part to me where it was like, ah.
Yeah. No, I've seen people do it. Like, that makes sense. If this was Black Widow, yeah, no.
It was Black, sure. But regular old comedian just picking up a gun, popping 2 niggas from 10 feet away in the head.
Pew, pew, everybody gonna die. Pew, pew.
Yeah. That part, I'm sorry, that part did not register to me.
All right,
but I get it. It's the movies. It's all good. So, but that part made me chuckle a little bit.
Unless he was planning on it and took some lessons, that was the only thing. Like, I can see why it kind of ticked you off.
Yeah, no,
that, like, it doesn't make sense.
If it's Kevin Hart in that situation, and maybe if it's the kid, and if he's supposed to be the same character, he's done movies before where he's handled a gun, so maybe he's used his prior experience in that situation to pick up the gun and do what he did, and then in that sense, I could believe it. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
All right, so there you go. I just shut down my own theory.
Just being a kid from Philly, that too.
Well,
maybe I don't know.
That too. That's tough. Even a kid from Philly's not gonna have that type of aim, that type of training.
True.
That's like military type background.
Yeah, to do real quick, doom.
To pick it up, yeah.
Yeah, no. Pew pew. Everybody gonna die. Literally, everybody died. Yeah, no, that shit. I'm trying to think of what else before the ending. Gene. Wait, okay. Yeah, Gene. I'll start with Gene. Gene. No, it wasn't the name. I was about to start talking about the guy that kept saying nigga on the plane. That was so cringeworthy. So cringeworthy. So they're in first class. They're chilling.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. And a fan, this guy wants to, he's going to his seat in first class, notices Kevin, and starts fanning out. And this is kind of like, I feel like this happened to Chris Rock, where some guy, a fan is reciting like a skit to him, like a whole bit, but they have no place in saying nigga at all. And he's just like, well, I said A. Like, there was, no, he was like, it was
I didn't say ER.
Yeah, I didn't say ER, it's A. They're like, no, you have no. Like, it was just like completely fucking wrong. So, so they're just like, whatever about it. He was just fucking weird. I'll get back to Gene, but he was just weird. And then seeing him at the benefit and then him mentioning that fucking, the charger. Was it that same charger that he choked out Ari? Yeah, yes. I love that part.
That's why I was mentioned so much.
Yeah, I love that shit. But yeah, it was, he mentioned it again. He's like, all right, bet. All right, yeah, no problem. Ha ha ha.
Did that part strike you as something that he could do, or that someone his size could do to someone Billy Zane's size?
Oh, not at all.
Do you feel like that was bullshit too?
I feel like that was bullshit, but then you have somebody, yes, Billy Zane is bigger, but not exactly like.
Do you feel like you could do that to Billy Zane with a phone charger?
Yeah, but I'm not, but I'm not as strong. Kevin Hart is smaller, but he's probably has like
he works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has some strength behind him.
I guess that's what we got to remember too. Like, he's not just a scrawny, short dude. Like, he actually works out. Like, he's probably strong as shit.
Brolic, yeah. And then on top of it, he's probably using leverage with his foot against the chair. And then also the sneak surprise type, hey, choking you.
Yeah, so. Homie choked out in the movie with a phone charger.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I felt like the charger should have been longer. like a real charger, not some like bullshit charger.
The standard charger that came out the phone.
Yeah, like I didn't keep it until it was.
Nowadays, you're
it
lucky
was
if you
there.
get a charger.
Yeah, it was there next. To, it was next to Billy Zane, who I didn't even recognize. I'm like, he smiled. I'm like, who is this person?
That nigga from Titanic.
Yeah, I'm like, I know him. Who is this guy? Who? As soon as I'm
Bald and fat, just went through a dad phase.
Yeah, his voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't place him until he smiled, and I was like,
he had the accent, right?
Huh?
He had the accent, right?
It was faint.
Yeah.
Super faint.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like too strong, but I like his Ari. Like I'm kind of mad he died just because I wanted to see more of him. I just loved like something about him, like just the bravado and like the fucked up sense of humor and just everything about him was amazing.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes played a great, I guess, villain, in a sense.
Yeah, secret villain.
Yeah, I mean, he always felt shady, and you kind of felt bad for him because he was like the older brother who was like, he's like, yo, I always meant to take care of you. I thought that was my job. He was gonna be the big star, and I'd take care of you. And I was like, at that sense, you kind of feel for him, but then you like realize, all right, you just had other motives. You're just using that.
Yeah, because you realize that your money train is slowing down to damn near a halt. And it's crazy that he's still asking for money. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to switch it up and not ask for money. Like, we're still going to keep this going. But I thought that shit was fucking wild to me.
Yeah. And it's like, you could continue this fucking movie. You really could. This shit doesn't stop with them niggas dying. Because someone's going to find.
Well, now revenge. You have Hirsch that knows everything and extorts from him. His own security guard.
That was the fucked up part. I thought that was a joke. I thought they were just going to work that out. I thought he was joking with him. The way he said it was like, that's fucked up.
I thought that was one of my. That was actually one of my reactions that I saw you guys laughing at me about.
Yeah. Was
when he was trying to extort Kid.
Yeah.
And I thought that shit was. I was
imagine your own bodyguard, bro. The Just Train. Just Train at the end, like seeing
all
that
shit.
Yeah. Find out he's like, yo, I'm extorting you for the same amount of money that you was gonna pay your brother. I want that shit right now.
And I'm not even mad about it. Just because of all this shit, like he had enough. He had enough. Getting shot alone, he had enough.
Right, he went through a lot. Yeah, he went through a lot trying to protect Kevin, and now he's got to hide that shit that, yo, you murdered this many people, blah, blah, and now you on TV about to tell your story, and you about to hide this shit. Yeah, I want this money. So what does Kevin do? Yo,
still lies.
Yeah, so the superhero movie that Kevin just made, he's like, yo, tell them that I'll do the movie when they want. I'll put off the time with my son, but tell him I want $6 million more. And then we'll use that to pay homie. And his manager's like, all right, smart move. Let's make it happen. So it worked out.
Well, no, his manager was like, we're not paying him $6 million. And Kevin's just like, listen, I've had enough.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to do it my way, bro.
I've had enough. I'm not killing nobody else. And this man actually deserves it. So, fuck it. And I love that he actually said that to Hirsch's face, too. Like, I would rather give it to you than my shady
Hirsch
ass
is
fucking.
like, shit, I should ask for more.
Yeah, probably could have got away with it too, honestly.
If I was him, I would have too. That's a good payday for him.
Yeah, but no, when one of the brothers found Simone, I was just like, yeah, kill that bitch. That's what you guys started laughing to me too. Yeah. It's like, oh man, I like just the part like that shit was just so shady, so fucking shady. To go through all of that just to extort money. I mean, like she wasn't the most fucked up thing. Carlton doing that to his own blood.
No, she had no connection to him, so it didn't matter. She was just working a job.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
The only fucked up person in this is Carlton.
She was stigmatized into working some crazy shit.
Oh no, regardless, either way, it's
People
Carlton.
died.
He's the one that masterminded everything. He's the fucked up one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gene.
Without a doubt.
Oh no! Well, no, because so the guy on the plane on first class and with the whole wire shit, going back to that. So Kevin goes up to do some do a little skit, whatever, to perform, and Kid, whatever. I keep fucking getting to the actors' names, and he shouts him out, gets this guy fired and everything, and I love that fucking part.
Yeah.
I hated that it backlashed to Gene, where like it's like, all right, are you really questioning this guy? Just fucking like he deserved it.
And it was a great touch that Gene was involved. Like I kind of thought, the fact that Gene was coming up, I'm like, this guy's gonna be involved in the story somehow. Like you just know it.
I didn't know in what capacity though.
I'm like, because I just saw right away Crazed Fan Like he's just gonna be stalking this guy, and he's gonna see something that he shouldn't have seen. That was exactly what I saw. And then I saw one of the title names. I don't know if you caught this. Of the episodes was "We Should Be Together Too."
Yeah.
Which is a stand line, which is what Gene is.
I was waiting for it. I honestly, when I saw that, when the episode came on, I'll fix the light in a bit. When the episode came on, and I saw the title, I'm like, Gene's about to confess his love. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like, but no, didn't happen.
Did it turn off?
No, you're good. Keep going.
Oh no. You know, and Gene was just the guy that played him was pretty good. I think he's been in a couple of Marvel series before. No, he was in the what's the dude's name? Power Man. What's the guy's name? The Netflix movie, the black dude, the strong black guy, Power Man.
Power Man.
That was his superhero name, but he went by Luke Cage.
Oh.
He was in that series. The guy that plays Gene. He was in that series. Is what I'm trying to say. He was in Marvel too. But yeah, no, I think his character was great. It was a nice touch to the movie. Yeah. He had his part. Seeing him go down was crazy.
Yeah, shit was
that
crazy.
scene sucked. I understand why he did it. That's just fan love. But yeah, that sucked.
No.
Yeah,
that,
he took one for the team.
He did, but it was so sad.
He took one for the team, yo.
God, it was just so. That really like.
Because if they keep him alive, he spills the beans of where they are and what's going on.
I was almost late to see Spider-Man because of that goddamn scene. I paused it and everything, and I was just like, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I just.
No.
No.
Because of that scene, yeah. Because of that fucking scene.
That was fucking sad. I was so tight. Carlton stops by and gives him the watch, and I'm like, no, don't do it. No. And he did it instead of just outing Carlton right then and there, and just saying, and not like he could have just said Carlton and not mention Kid.
Right.
And he just decided to. That was so sad.
But
I don't know.
overall, yeah, it was a good fucking series, good show.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I liked it. If they do make a part 2, I would like to see maybe like the aftermath, and then make another story with the family that was involved.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. Like them out for revenge.
We're back. Anything else about True Story?
No, I'm good. That was a great series. I recommend it for anybody that hasn't seen it.
Mhm.
If you just got to this part and you skipped the spoilers, definitely go check it out. It's worth the watch.
All right. Now,
I'm
what
gonna
were you
check it
talking
out.
about?
Huh?
What were you talking about? This girl's open. The relationship's open.
Yeah.
The Curries.
The Cooties.
Steph and Aisha Curry, apparently there's rumors going around that they're in an open relationship. That's all I heard.
But imagine being the. I mean, actually, no. Well, Will and Jada have been open, so it's not really okay. So I'm
We've been
thinking,
down this
imagine
road
being
before.
the person.
Yeah.
No, I'm not making this a
Yeah.
topic to talk about. I just didn't want to like. If we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about, it, we might as well talk about it on air. But imagine being the person that gets like Aisha Curry. It's wild.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Well, like it's to smash Aisha Curry?
Yeah.
You
Like
think she'll cook you up Sunday?
probably.
I would hope so.
Probably.
I would hope so. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Be very
It'd be
nice.
somewhat enjoyable.
It's like I feel like that might be. I don't know. It's just weird. It's
The reason
wild to
Steph
me.
is breaking this record,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's getting the proper nourishment at home.
Yeah. That's a nice missionary. It's a nice view.
You know.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess if you don't know,
Oh, yeah. All right. So,
yeah, that's pretty much we
yeah,
talked.
that was it. No.
Shit we watched took up this whole episode, and I'm okay
pretty
with
much. Yeah. Oh, Too Short is creating the first ever metaverse strip club.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
yeah.
put that in. That was just something small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strip
Forgot
club in the metaverse. So you'll be able to put on those damn goggles, sit down somewhere on your couch, and just have strippers just like do that shit for, and you can pay for
Just
it,
in the background.
and just sit in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. We get lap dance virtually.
Wild.
Nobody there.
Yeah, that's the future, bro.
Isn't I mean like
There goes Dad again.
No, I mean it's already happening with people that the kids that are doing this already on Minecraft and shit. They're already doing this, so that's the beta in a sense. And about 5-10 years, it's just gonna be normal, or at least
Minecraft, what?
close to it.
people are what? People are already doing that?
There's kids that are already like kind of doing this, like the beginning stages of it,
Mhm.
like with other games, like where they're creating their own worlds and shit, and they're talking to each other.
Oh yeah.
Like, I've seen it.
Mike, yeah,
Like,
Mike, okay.
So it's just.
I thought you were talking about like the whole strip club aspect. And I was just
Oh
like,
no,
what?
not that. But in a
Okay.
sense, you could build that.
Yeah.
You can see cheeks all up in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, in a sense, you
What?
could build that. You have the materials, you build the structure, and then you put the people inside. So, yeah, you could do it.
Yo, Pornhub is gonna have a whole category dedicated
Of that.
dedicated to that shit.
And that's where it is. Yeah. That's wild.
That's fucking
And Too
crazy.
Short's just cashing in on it from the beginning. So you can't blame him for that.
I feel like if you're gonna do anything like that, though, like you gotta make sure your doors are locked. You gotta make sure you're secure.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're
yeah.
having
I could
goggles
see someone
on, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
If you have goggles on and headphones and you're in this moment that's happening, either you're getting a lap dance or you're having sex with somebody,
Mm.
you gotta make sure that you like. That's just wild to me.
I'd rather get caught having sex any day than get caught by myself doing something else.
But you're not
Facts.
getting caught having sex. You're getting caught jerking off because you think you're having sex. Like you're literally getting caught jerking off with goggles on.
Yeah, like I'm saying,
Like
I don't want to get caught that. I'd rather get caught having sex.
and not
having
even
sex.
because I feel like that would be it. It's like it's not like what is it
Just
called?
humping your couch.
And
Like
I'm
Black Mirror. Is it Black Mirror?
Yeah, one of the episodes of Black
Yeah,
Mirror.
yeah. Where it's like they're just there while everything is happening.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be active, so
Yeah, true.
you're gonna be caught. So you have to really make sure everything is
It's
secure.
gonna be there with a heart on.
Like you really have to be completely like secure.
So it looks sounds so uncomfortable.
That sounds awkward as fuck.
That really
It's the
does.
future.
What?
Tis
the future.
It's the
Tis
future,
the
bro.
future.
It's the future. The future. El futuro.
Oh my god, man! I don't even want to. I talked about this so many fucking times. It's just anything's gonna be possible.
I didn't. You know
And
what's
that's
funny?
what's
Is
scary.
I saw that, but I didn't write it down because I was just gonna wait for you to mention it
Okay.
because it's metaverse and that's you keep talking about it. So I'm like, he'll mention
Because
it.
it's gonna happen.
He's got it covered.
It's gonna fucking happen, and when it does, it's just like, all right, here we are.
Metaverse, yeah.
I can't wait to see the day that I see you put the goggles on. I'll be like, oh, look where the fuck we are.
It's just weird, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
I never gave in to Vine or TikTok. I think I'm good.
Oh, I'm giving into the TikTok craze. I mean, I hear for artists now, it's just the best way to
Listen,
get
man.
discovered.
Make a TikTok.
Like, it's just, you might as well. Like, I've already had a bunch of people that wouldn't have seen my shit on Instagram, seen my shit on TikTok, that have liked a couple of, like, the verses about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it takes. So I'm like, all right, but
You're right.
now I just got to figure out the right way to do it. Since they're real size, I got to resize everything and make it correct.
Oh, yeah. I always show you how to do that.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's with the videos I have. All right, but anyway, moving on.
Tis
It's
the
time. It's the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's a great time. It's the Christmas edition, I guess. Even though these songs have nothing to do with Christmas. It's just the fact that
yeah,
this
it would
is-
be the Christmas
this
edition.
is the Christmas edition
Mhm.
of my favorite segment. Sade's favorite segment. Keep it going. Villa's favorite segment. Bernard's favorite segment.
The
Sign's favorite segment. This Globe's favorite segment. What's the Globe's name?
Oh, shit, we never named him.
We never named him.
If you
Globito?
don't know.
Glover?
That's what it was.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover? Oh, wow. Okay. There you go.
Glover. Sorry, I said Glover.
Danny Glover. All right, fair enough. Danny Glover. Danny Glover's favorite segment. Those kids' favorite segments, the ones that are listening out there, our live audience.
That's
Nah, they
Chicanos.
should be out by now.
Yeah, they should be.
Imagine imagine one there by the door just. You opened.
It's about that time for.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Yes, sir. It's If You Don't Know, man, this is our way of showing love to the independent artist. We'll play songs from artists you may have heard of inside and outside of New Jersey, whether it be hip-hop, R&B, folk music, like I always say, pop music, dance, reggae, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Out here, we're making sure that we get them to you. So our entries for today, do I go first? You go first. I always forget. Okay. Mine's going to be from the homie, the Alabama Dream, Stephen Darnell, from his recent efforts. I hate saying people say that all the time. Effort. Recent album project, whatever you want to call it. Larger Than Life. Song's called Swangin'. It's available on all streaming platforms. Check that out. Stephen Darnell.
Hey, yeah. Just that ice cream truck coming down the street in the summertime. Respect fried chicken in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopping out my, hey, Kimmy leaning in my, whoa, hey, coming down in my, you see me? Hey, I be leaning in my, whoa, hey, taking pictures in my, hey, I've been dreaming over, you see me? Yo, whoa, I feel like hater wanna take me out the game. Okay, what's in the meal? Candy coated caddy looking like a pack of M&M. Riding super clean, fresher than a bar soap. Ain't that rollie out the window for the time that I was broke. Lost up, raking in my dividends. They started acting funny, left some people in the wind. I'm a king, I was out of town splurging. Trunk got a surgeon, way that I be swerving. Thought that I was nervous. Shorty say the way you flow, it stick to my soul. Told her I don't mean no harm, it's just the way that we told. Down south, know you love it. Hacking bad in public, this for all my players. Double cup, muddy arm, coming down. Mouth full of gold, I'ma roll on the shoe, posted up at the store, yeah. See I'm mugging, I don't pay on no mind. Like my drip bust down by the way that I shine. I need a, hey, Kimmy hopping out my, I'm coming down in my, you see me? Hey, I be hopping out my, hey, take a picture in my, you see me stepping in my, hey, I be, whoa, I thank the Lord every day for this flow that I was blessed with. I be pulling up, make a movie, call it Netflix. Swirls in the paint, switching lane, call it next quick. I be stunting hard, shorty thought I had a death wish. Now I'ma show 'em how to ball. Hey, did my summer will, I'ma switch up in the fall. Be careful what you say, they let that whole thing rip. I'm in a muscle car, did my protein will take a trip. Can't you hear? I'm the chosen one, fire in the booth. Shorty plus I spit petroleum, killer on the loot. Hey, yo, remember when they told me I had ADD? Now I'm looking for my roof, need a APB. Chain swinging from my neck, got me feeling legit. Big rocks in the watch, caused a solar eclipse. Had a crown in my ultrasound, give me my chips. Cause I gotta keep it real, ain't no way I can flip. I'm in a, hey, Kimmy hopping out my, I'm coming down in my, you see me? Hey, I be hopping out my.
Yes, sir. That was Swangin' by Stephen Darnell, homie from Alabama. Shout out to Stephen Darnell. The album is called Larger Than Life, available on all streaming platforms. Hope to get together with him soon, man. We talked about a bunch of stuff, a bunch of work we were trying to get together. So hopefully I can see him in the new year and make that happen. So shout out to you, Stephen Darnell. Sade, who you got?
My If You Don't Know comes actually from a, if you don't know, alum, Shah Leezy. Shout out to Shah Leezy. Received an email, which you can, if you want to submit for If You Don't Know. We may use it, we might not use it, or at least, you know, we'll find something else. So, got an email from him or his team about his new album that dropped, which I would have missed if he didn't send me that email.
Right.
So I had listened to it probably a couple weeks after the email. So I listened to it, thought that shit was fire. So it's from his project that he just dropped in November, Shiraz, and the lead single has a video out right now, but I have until like another song more. So I'm gonna play that one. It's Pulp Fiction. So I'm gonna put that on.
And that's what If You Don't Know is all about.
What?
That's what If You Don't Know is all about. Even though it's not the lead single, you might not know about the song, but it's dope.
That shit fire as hell.
There you go.
Off top with it, calling all the shots, I'm Shah Popovich. I'm the Spurs, spitting on their heels, they won't acknowledge it. Started from the bottom, that's as low as how the bottom get. Nowadays, brunch the only time I'm touching bottomless. Another year, another day, my wisdom getting older. Through ups and downs, kept my smile through the roller coaster. The less likely what they saying just to say I told ya. With every bar that I spit, I won New York over. I kept cooking till I'm seasoned, then I upped the cost. I cut the tension with a knife, you butters looking soft. The deadest carrots with the chatters, what happened to the talk? I stir the pot and let them stew and cook them in my thoughts. Before the weed, I got high off my dreams. Roamed the streets and got lost in between. City lights shining bright, addicted to the gleams. Running through the veins of my city, I'm a hopeless fiend. Some chase the needle or the bottle, cause they feeling hollow. We all in debt, no rich or poor, we all could use the lotto. Who taught you freedom, cause you need them, that's the dean you follow. We got a choice, but only one, now pick a pill to swallow. Hopping trains, I'm a corporate slave. My name tags, picture perfect, fitting right in the frame. Renting and rave, we all dream of beating the game. Monopoly man chasing bags, but we holding the cane. The right idea, but we off with the aim. This shit is wicked deep down, sometimes I think that we in love with the pain. If misery in love with company, then I'm singing to many. The love I give is free, and my streams they pay in pennies. They say my songs got messages, I found them in the Henny. Enjoy my own company, I heard that less is many, see. Come to terms, the world turning in force. If I'm blunt, it's cause the flame inside us running its course. And I'll be damned if I turn a road chapter, I croak. Just burn my ashes in the Hudson so my spirit can float. My soul is New York, no matter where my presence is. My state of mind, 1520 Sedgwick, where the essence lives. Every bit I give is for the moment. COVID almost had me pushing roses. Had to tell myself my story chosen, this ain't how it closes. Damn. For the love of entertainment, these scars that I marked engraved it, all for the sake of amazement. Radiator, a gladiator, the people applaud and rave it. I'm humble to be a favorite, appreciated for your payments. You bought the shovel for the path I paved to make the payments. What I say is me to you, and the booth is where I'm the safest. From the eyes of the basics, some like to call it enslavement. I'm in love with the pain, so I'ma live and die creating. Tell me, the sunshine come after the rain? And if it does, will she promise she ain't going away? Tell me. The sunshine come after rain, and if she does, tell me what.
All right, that was Shah Leezy with Pulp Fiction.
What up?
And the whole project is him and Get Large, all one word.
So, yeah, all right.
Producer.
What's up? That's dope.
So
all right, man.
That's
And that was, if you don't know, as always, man, those songs and all the other songs from our past episodes that we had in our segment will be available on the Apple Music and Spotify playlist for If You Don't Know. So make sure to stay tuned in for that. Give those artists a follow. Check out their music. Download, stream. Check out some merch. See them at a live event if they're in your area, man. Just show love. That's what this is all about. Showing love to the indie artists, man. Always, always. And that has been...
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Oh, man. Episode 112, where the players dwell, where the gang dwells. Man. It's been a lovely, lovely time with y'all. This is that Christmas... edition, I guess, in a way. Not really. I'm not. Christmas to me this year really hasn't felt like anything special.
No.
Like it's not as celebrated as it has been in past years.
Yeah, I seen a thing.
Like commercially.
December is not Decemberin', how other Decembers have Decembered.
Right.
And I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that.
All right. Final thoughts, guys.
Yeah.
Villa, anything, bro? Any final thoughts as we
Watch Spider-Man,
this
man.
episode?
Watch Spider-Man.
Watch that shit.
Watch that shit.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Any final thoughts?
Mine? You need to learn to just expect disappointment so you won't be disappointed.
Okay.
You guys kept saying that yesterday, and it really
Okay.
went over my head. And then she said it, and I'm like, she is me. She is me. I am MJ. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
She thought about us.
Yep.
I did. First time I heard it, I was like, in my chair, like, fuck. People probably, if anybody saw me do that, they were like, what the fuck does she do? But yeah, that's
Does
it.
she hate Zendaya that much?
Nah, it's my homegirl, man. We the same person. Let me stop. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Oh, man. My final
What you got?
thoughts.
What you got?
No, I got a long one, but I ain't trying to drag y'all down that road.
That has been episode 112, where the players dwell.
The players
And
well.
Yeah.
112.
Yeah. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.